Hi, Troy.
Hey, what is happening?
Don't don't mind me. Just running a little late here. No big deal. It has. I think I don't know if it's two in a row, but it's happened twice now where I'm not quite ready, and it does feel Mr. Rogers as I put on my little sweatshirt
I was just
to
going to
be in
say
the
that.
studio here. Very funny. Hmm. There we go. There we go. Well, hey, it's a good day. Welcome back. Good day. Oh, that's funny. Ben Glebe, good night. We're good day. That's very funny. Unintentionally. I have no beverages. I'm going to have to run and get them in a second. But good evening. Welcome back to whatever this thing is. We've been going coast to coast live on Fridays. It's not really a late night playset normal episode. There's no guest. There's no producer. There's no like plan. Not even a blue card, for God's sake. Oh, we can probably get rid of the. There will be no competition this evening. This is only an exhibition. This is not a competition. Please, no wagering. And I just because. um, yeah, so we've been kind of going coast to coast on these Friday lives since our last Astoria hang reunion deal, and it's been fun. I think it's been good for everybody. It's been good for me. I'll speak for myself. It's been good for me. Not great for my posture. Work on this. Let's see, get the comments going here. Make sure that we're actually live. Are we actually live? Do people know that we're live? Um, oh, wow. Oh, geez. Whoa. A bunch just came up at once. Sorry if I'm late on the comments. Okay, we'll get to the. Whoops. I'm pressing one. Hi, Irie. Okay, well, then I guess we're going to do a few. Hang on. Hey, Jay. Hi, Gannon Appleby. Nice to see you. We've got Troy here as well. Troy will be in just 1 second. Troy is. Troy, where do you live?
Just south of Tacoma in Lakewood.
Okay. And Troy, you, the Goonie folks and Astoria people will remember, is the one who built the Mama Fratelli's Jeep, the world's only screen accurate Mama Fratelli's Jeep. And it was not easy. He didn't just buy a black Jeep and, put some fog lights on it. This has been a journey of love, and he's going to tell us all about that in a little bit. So Gannett Appleby, thanks for being here. Iris has got it. I had to log out and back in first. Yeah, me too. That one of the reasons we were a little late here. Maybe I created multiples. That's the that's the biggest problem with these live stream no agenda shows. It is just me, and there's a lot in here I can do pretty well, but like there's so much I just can't do well at all. And one of the things is this part. So I think I screw it up. I read tonight going to be crazy. Going to join Roger's podcast tonight too at 6. Yeah, we can talk about that. And then I got to go to one of my friends. Uh-oh. Getting Barb's glasses out here. Also, I realized I think I might have. These might be breaking. If they're not broken, they might be breaking. I got to go to one of my friends' establishments tonight too for Rhinestone Karaoke and bring her flowers for her birthday. Oh gosh, you're such a sweet friend, Ivory. Yeah, I'm very happy for Roger. This is Gizmo's Roger, by the way, that we're talking about. He's starting a new thing, and I guess he's been thinking about it for a while, maybe. And he reached out to me asking if I cared when he did it. I think he was in an attempt to not step on toes. I think people hear me say that a lot, that I don't actually like to step on people's toes. Like I like to do something or create something in a space where there isn't somebody already doing something. Also, I don't really like the comparison. I'm not very competitive by nature. I don't have a giant ego in that way. If anything, it's kind of like a detriment sometimes. So, I don't want to go do what somebody else is doing to try to do it better and best them at their own thing. So I think maybe Roger was trying to pay some respect by reaching out to me, but also, maybe some advice. Um, he's under some delusion that we know what we're doing over here, which we do not, I assure you. Anyway, I'm excited for it. So I can't remember the name of it, but whatever it was, I thought he named it wrong because it's a cool name and all. He's got a good name for it, but he owns Gizmo's Retrocade. So in my mind, he should be hosting the Gizmo's Retrocast. Roger, that's a free one. If you're here for the first hour, I think your thing starts at 6. But if you're anything like me, you're going to be juggling technical difficulties right up until about 6:01. Seems to be what happens to me. Irie, but I'm here for now. Yes, Irie, I love you. I'm very happy you're here. So what was the rest of this? Oh yeah, and then she's got to do all that right. And you're such a good friend going to your friend's bar for their birthday. Flowers. Whatever it was. Shit. Teresa, hello to you. I still follow you on social media, Teresa, but I miss you. Like you, I've just not been feeling very public lately. I've been working on so much stuff behind the scenes the past 6 months that will start to trickle out soon. That I'm tired. I'm tired, and I don't have it. I don't have it in me to give to go out and do fun social things that I used to enjoy. So, well, I'm sure we'll get back to it, but for right now, it's been kind of nose to the grindstone. If I look tired, I am. Last night was an all-nighter. I took a little nap today from like 11 till noon. And a shower. Nap and a shower. Hello, Stephanie Pete O'Sheaf. O'Sheaf. Hi, Jay. Nice to see you, Stephanie. And I'm going to learn this eventually, but is your husband's name Mike? No, your husband's name's not Mike. It's... I'm going to learn them all. I know his face. I can see his face. Oregonian Dave. Hello, Dave. You're always welcome to join too, Dave. See you soon. If you decide to. You've got the link-a-rooney. And then Troy. It looked like we dropped Troy, but his internet connection didn't look great, so I'm hoping he comes back. Check my phone too. Rain says hi. Rain. Hello. Thanks for dropping into a Blockbuster year the other day. That was very cool. I've never seen you over there, so it was nice. It was nice to see. There are a lot of other people from here. There's a lot of other crossover, but it was nice to see you over there on Wednesday. Irie, happy you made it. What's up, Troy, Jay, and fellow Goonies? Daryl Boggs. Oh, so we got to talk about Daryl. Daryl was here the other day. Right here, as a matter of fact, sitting right here in this chair the other day. Here in Los Angeles. He came down for a visit. He was doing a bunch of stuff, and then he stopped by the studio for a little hang. It was great. Really great. Great to see him. I love you, Teresa, very much. And you'll have to forgive me. I'm getting texts all over the place. I've got a family text thing going on with Nicole's parents and brother and sister-in-law, my sister, whatever the fuck. And then there's other ones happening too. And then we, and then. We'll just leave it at that. And then. No more and then. Bryant Pete O'Sheaf. Thank you, Bryant O'Sheaf. And forgive me for over-enunciating the Bryant. It must be the David Letterman-esque of it all. He used to Bryant the hell out of Bryant Gumbel. Hello, Bryant. It's osmosis. It's like one of those crazy artifacts from a mummy movie. Like, oh, don't touch it. You're going to embody the person. Sean Cridlin. Hey, Jay. Oh, Sean Cridlin. Man, I can't wait to see you. Sean lives in... It's New Mexico, but an area that is so stinking beautiful. He sends me pictures, and it looks like it's painted, which I guess is part of it. Happy Friday, peeps. Hi, Murph. Nice to see you. You've got a link, too. You're always welcome to join. And no pressure. I want to make sure everyone knows that they're welcome. There's no pressure to do it. Although, let me make sure... Yeah, I don't know. Let me see what happened to Troy, because he disappeared and didn't come back. So, Irie says, having problems getting to your live. Okay, but she's here now. All right, so Troy will be here in a second. I don't know. He'll figure it out. Hanging with me until. Yeah, Murph, that was fun. That was fun last week. I loved having you back in the chat. And then, I can hear you now. He's back. He's back. Troy's back. Johnny Nast is here. Hello to you, Johnny Nast.
Yeah, Murph, that was
you
fun.
were one of the
that
people that my
so
Facebook post let me tag today.
Right.
You were a suggested.
I can hear you now.
Suggested.
He's back.
Sorry to all the normal,
Johnny Nast is here. Hello to you,
the
Johnny
usual
Nast.
suspects who didn't get tagged. You were one of them. I can hear something. Caller, would you turn your radio down?
I can hear you now. Sorry to all
Anybody
the
else?
Hello to you, usual suspect.
Is that me?
I don't know. I'm sitting here alone, which is its own bizarreness. Sitting in this. By the way, it looks huge. I am aware it looks huge. That's an iPhone that's about 6 feet away from my finger. So
Okay.
know that. Know that when you watch this show, it's all an illusion. There's a big curtain, the man behind it.
So can you hear me? And am I producing feedback?
Well, sometimes you don't hear it. It
No.
sounds like some kind of noise canceling thing, but it wasn't there when you joined the first time. There, maybe I should leave here. I'll leave the room. Excuse me. Leave room. Yeah, leave. Yeah, and then I'll join the room. Oh, yeah, that might have done it. Because then you're there, and now I don't hear anything.
So I switched to the cell phone because before I wasn't able to work on the cell phone, and I've got all those pictures I wanted to show. So I'm trying to figure out how to do that. I unplugged my camera from the computer, and then it disconnected us. I'm like, oh my gosh! So
Sorry, Troy, I left you hanging.
that's okay.
If I wasn't clear, I really did leave the room for a minute. I had to go get my beverages. Well, one of my beverages, and then a mug. Mug and a beverage. Boy, it's dark in here. Is it dark in here, or are my monitors dark? We recalibrated some stuff so that they weren't so shiny in our eyes, but now I can't tell. You know, if I should, if oh no, I guess I can tell by looking here, because this would be the same. Okay, it does look a little dark. Also, how are we with? I'm going to get back to the comments, everybody. I'm sorry. I know we were dealing with our own thing. I see that we have a bunch. How are we with? What are our usual problems? Judder and here. I don't need all these cameras. Let me kill some of these. That'll help us. I don't think we'll need the 3-shot tonight. Troy, you're not planning on popping by, are you? All right. So,
Oh, I wish.
so I'll lose this one. So we don't need that. Now, what about that? Nobody's going to be over in those chairs, so we'll get rid of these. There we go. Okay. Oh, look at this. Kyle's here too. Oh, we got the whole gang. All right. So, okay. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right there. Be right there. Important stuff coming through. Okay. All right. It also looks more colorful, but that could be the monitor too. Is it more? Look, that's the for Team America fans. That's the secret. It is weird doing this alone because there's like, you know, usually there's at least 1 or 2 other bodies in the room there's air. These things don't just land totally dead. But meanwhile, I'm the kind of person that I'm only really looking to amuse myself, which is its own weird thing. So I'm sorry if you're just watching me say something I think is funny and then laugh at it and you don't find it funny at all. I would change that channel immediately. That's not enjoyable programming.
That's the story of my life.
Also, I'm working on my mic technique. We have been changing things around here to accommodate other shows that are happening, as well as whatever. We're just moving a lot of stuff around here. So, you know, levels have changed, equipment has changed, and we haven't really settled back into it. So I think everything is kind of where we like it. I'm still seeing some yellow here, which I don't like. What's that about? And it's on camera 1, which there's nothing I can do about. All right, whatever those are doing, there's nothing I can do about it. But it is what it is. Okay, so we'll do the comments real quick. Let's catch up on the comments, and then we'll bring the guys in. LMAO, my friend was drunk and did that at the Taco Bell drive-in back in the day, and the person totally got it. And we're talking. This is going back to and then. Totally got it and played along. No, and then. That's amazing. I love that, Murph. Trace. Hello, Earthlings. Greetings. Greetings, Trace. Trace, how's your health? You good? You good, man? You have had a few things that could be nothing, but they looked scary. So I want to make sure you're good. Also, you came, like so many of the rest of this group, you smashed into my life out of nowhere, and I didn't know you and didn't give a shit about you because I wasn't aware you existed in the world, but now that I do, I care. Isn't that a fucker about life? It really is a fucker, because all you want is like people to care about, and then one by one they die until you do. It's kind of a weird when you zoom out in that way. It's depressing as fuck. I'm fine. I may sound a little suicidal, but I'm not. I'm fine. Life is pointless. Let's do a talk show. Yeah, I hope everyone knows I'm kidding. It's good. Some protective services are going to start knocking on the door any minute. He's on the air right now, but he doesn't sound right. This is flashing back to a real thing that did happen to some friends of mine. Actually, one very famous person, a couple of famous people. But Tom Green is really famous. I mean, he sort of invented the talk show at home thing, right? Or first person to get famous doing it way back when, before there was a thing called podcasts. And even more recently than that, when we were already here doing this, so it would be 2018 or newer, he used to live in the Hollywood Hills here in Los Angeles, like a stone's throw from here, very close. And we had a lot of mutual friends. And he would do his show from his house just like this. And he would not talk about no agenda and freeform. He would just go on whenever, usually in the evenings, once it was dark and his creativity was spinning, and he would just go live. And I wonder if these are still up, because they're really fascinating. He would play music on the piano and stuff. It was really, really interesting. Truly no agenda. And one night he fell asleep, like he just went so long that he passed out, like on the desk, but live streaming. So he's out, and it sounds like an Andy Kaufman bit, except after a while of his friends texting him and the chat's going crazy, and of course so many people are watching. Like, if it was a PR stunt, it would have been genius. But if you know the comedian Harlan Williams, fellow Canadian comedian. He's a really good friend of Tom's, and he was local at the time, and starts banging on the glass on the slider door. He somehow hopped the gate, got into the property. Now he's up on the deck, and he's banging on the slider door to try to wake him up. And you see Tom like, huh, what's going on? And he's looking at the camera now, and he's like, I know, I heard something. What the hell is it? And Harlan's Tom, hey buddy, Tom, are you okay, buddy? A really funny moment. I don't know how it played back here, but I really enjoyed remembering it. Music. Jay, good evening, class. Hi, Jason Music. It's funny, you Jason Music, and now on for music appreciation, which was a class. Does anyone know? Everyone knows who Harlan Williams is, right? Daryl Boggs, Stephanie, Pete O'Sheaf. He's got a ton of them. Happy Friday, Irie. Gary Higginbotham, I was just talking about you with somebody the other day. You came up. He said, my friend Gary something or other. And I was like, Higginbotham? I know him. I said, you were taking care of Marvin McIntyre up in Astoria, and that you were really nice. And you came to dinner with us one night when we went out with Bayman and Liz. Hey, you guys, I can't stick around, but saying a quick hello. Have a wonderful Friday. Well, you probably missed everything I said about you then. I probably should have flipped that. I think it's alien interference. Daryl Boggs. What did you plant in here the other day, Daryl, where things aren't working better? Yeah, okay, all right, the yellow's gone. So our situation here is resolved, so hopefully we are good. Johnny and asked Daryl Boggs with the alien emoji. I love it. And Michelle Barella says, Barellas, say hi. Now correct me if I'm wrong here, Michelle. Are you the one who sent me a message and said, we are the ones you were talking to at the brewery My husband rebuilt a truck, or he built an old truck. Didn't he build an old hot rod truck? Probably somebody else entirely. The blue pops, love it. Okay, so you see it too. Thanks, Murph. That's good. I like it. I like it. Ironically, this is where I don't understand ones and zeros. Ironically, in here, in the space that I'm in, we turned the blue down quite a bit, as in the saturation on those lights. Like they're all still on, but they're not nearly as blue as they used to be, and yet it looks bluer. This whole fucking world is upside down, man. Have you guys seen the Good Night, Good Luck, Have Fun yet? No, Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die yet? Those are two movies you don't want to confuse. If you expect one and get the other one, you are gonna be disappointed. Okay, Good Luck, Don't Die, Have Fun. Not to be confused with the Oscar winner, Good Luck and Good Night. Fuck. There's a reason we're doing this in a dining room and not in a theater somewhere. This is not ready for prime time. Okay, getting better, bro. I'm so happy to hear that, Trace. Okay, Chance says, got back online just in time. Stupid South Carolina summer storms. Okay. So shit's happening for everybody. We care about you, Irie. Thank you for saying that. Jay, we care about you too. You are a gem. Very sweet. Appreciate it. Hey, buddy. Happy Friday. Hey, Joe Huth. That's Joe, Knight Rider Historians, everybody. One of the best channels on the internet. Certainly on YouTube. Go check it out if you're a fan. The amazing restorative work they've done over the years on cars and obtaining things like the original tractor and trailer from the Knight Semi and restoration of both. Check out Knight Rider Historians. And future stuff. We're working on some stuff together too, which will be really cool when it comes out. Jessica Real, hey you guys. All right, I think I'm going to bring the guys in because this all just seems to be friendly chatter. So I don't think anyone will mind if I do this and say hello. All right, up in the top we got Troy Franz. Below here we got Kyle. I say Watts, but it's Walton. What's up, fellas?
Good evening. How are you?
A little chatty, apparently. I'll shut up now. You guys take it over.
And there we are.
That's hilarious. How was everybody's week? I had an interesting last couple weeks, and I'm still kind of a little bit weird on my time schedule here. How about everybody else?
Let me go first.
Sure.
All you.
So the wife's anniversary and mine was on the 9th, so we decided to head down to Astoria. So we were there. I mean, you already know this, Jay, but we were there for several days and got to hang out with Dave and his wife, and got to do what you recommended and explore the town without the whole needing to be somewhere and all the awesome things of the convention, but we were actually able to enjoy the town.
Yeah, that was my regret from this amazing last week that we just spent up there a month ago was, that I didn't get any time with my town. When I drove through originally, I fell in love with the town. I felt like I was cheating on the town this time.
Have you noticed they haven't been there ever since they've taken a part of the, the mooring basin? They took some of that out of there, and now there's no seals.
Well, it's a time of year thing too, isn't it? So
I don't know.
No, that would be very interesting if they somehow relocated the seals, because I know for the locals that's an interesting both noise and odor problem.
I could have sworn for the 40th. They were there for the 40th, weren't they?
Yeah, I think you're right.
They were not there this year. So I don't know. Maybe it's just.
Maybe you're right about that, Troy. You know, our friends Kip. Sometimes Kip pops in if he's not already. Kip, if you're here, chime in. He lives right, like across the street from the coffee place at the foot of the Goondock. So he's like he's on the water side in those. Given his address, unit number. Sometimes I forget I'm not just having a conversation with friends, that this is actually going places. I always forget that.
Well, he did do the live stream on his balcony, so he outed himself.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, and talked about it. Good point. Still, I would be very upset if somebody did that to me. You know, Justin's done the show, or some YouTubers have done the show, and you know, Justin is very thoughtful to not do his video in front of my building, walking in kind of thing, where then people automatically know where it is. I'd like to avoid that if possible. I guess it's not like we're doing a secret, but you know, again, back to the Letterman of it all. Like, he used to have problems. I don't want that. So no seals, and that's your big takeaway.
Well, no, I went into it. I was sick the week before. I mean, I'm better now, still a little congested. But I also went in for an MRI yesterday. So
Uh-uh.
I've got some things going on, and I'll talk about those, like, not tonight, maybe later date when more things are confirmed. But yeah, take each day as, and you know, it's another gift. So use it, enjoy it.
Well, yeah. I mean, okay. That's a. I don't have a bomb sound effect over here, but I hope you're okay. And we're here for as much or as little of that as you want to talk about. Yeah. You know, this is back to the. It's weird how you meet somebody and then you care about somebody, so you want to make sure that they're okay.
Right. I mean, I'm fine. It's just, and that's why even the doctor right now is kind of like, well, it could be this, but it may not. So let's run some more tests. So, you know, I wasn't actually going to say anything tonight, but it's like this whole compounding high of being in Astoria in the weekend. And then it's like, okay, well, you know, this is what's been handed. So we're just going to go from there. So we'll figure it out as we go. And, you know, as if anything happens, I'll let you know.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that. As is life, I guess, but I don't care for it. It would be so nice if you could just plan it out. And I don't know. I guess there's some people who believe that. I mean, you know, it depends on where you go with spirituality and stuff like that. There's some people who believe that, like, oh, you signed up for everything you get in this life before we got here. Oh, I want to do these things and experience these things, almost like you're going on vacation. And I don't even remember what culture believes that or what belief system, but I do remember that it sort of tickled me because it sort of took the pressure off, for one. It's like, oh, the book is already written, you know, and I was good with it when I signed up for it. So, like, how bad could it be? And then just the idea that, like, I don't know, maybe it just solidified. Maybe it helps me because then, if any of that were true, it would mean there's something beyond all this, which is perhaps comforting, especially with my situation with my wife and how I feel like I still communicate with her and stuff.
You know, every time. Okay, so I'm an empath. I mean, wholeheartedly. And every time you talk about Nicole, I picture myself in what, you know, best relationship of my life. I think about what would I do in your shoes and how would I feel. And every time, man, my heart goes out to you. I can't imagine, you know. God dang it. I told myself I wasn't going to do this either. We were going to talk about Mama Fratelli. We were going to talk about all the cool stuff. Whew,
We'll get to it, but I like
man.
people to cry first. You guys remember Jerry Maguire? Remember Jerry Maguire,
Yeah.
the movie? Do you remember how everyone, there was athletes and they would always go on this certain talk show and they would always cry? And he's like, oh, Jerry, you're not going to get me, Jerry. I'm not going to cry. Whatever that, it wasn't Jerry, but whatever the guy, it was Roy Firestone. Anyway, we had him on our show and I made him cry. So don't feel bad.
Oh, nice.
I think that's an empath to an empath, probably, Troy.
Yeah.
It's something about a safe space where you know you're okay to share and you might not get one of these another time soon. So let it out, that kind of thing. Know that we're all thinking about you with whatever's going on. I'm sure you'll share what you can when you can.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
My
it's,
experience is you don't go in for an MRI, though, if there's, like, no reason for it. But I also, to your point earlier, I have been in for stuff where they scare the shit out of you with the one worst thing it could be, and then it ends up being like something over way on this side of the spectrum.
Yeah, it's the first time that I've ever had one before. So I'm not claustrophobic at all. In fact, when I go to sleep at night, if it's cold, I will pull those blankets up over my head until I warm up my space, and then I'll just like stick my nose out like a little mouse or whatever. So
Hmm.
you know that's not that bad, but the vibrations and the noise, that's what really got me. I mean, it didn't get me. It was just kind of caught me off guard. I didn't think they were going to be so loud, and they give you earplugs too. I didn't.
You just did the one?
I did two. I did a standard one and then a contrast right after that.
So they were back to back. Okay, so you'll know a little bit about what I'm talking about. They scheduled me for 3 once, and they screwed up 2 of them, so we had to do, like they had to be whatever. I was in the machine for almost 4 hours, and I still have PTSD sometimes when the dryer will be out of, like, the clothes washer or the clothes dryer is out of wobble, and it
Yeah.
starts making that gung 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 g g g g g gang 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 boom 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 boom. All of those, like,
Yeah.
it's burned into my brain to the point where I'll probably never get one again. I'll just die from whatever my illness is that they're checking out. I was like, no, I don't think so.
Oh,
You're right. It's weird.
the one that got me is the one that, remember the car alarm from like the '90s where it's like
Yeah.
started
Yeah.
doing that, and I was like, okay, are those normal noises or is that like some major error code of something that's going to happen?
No, you're so right. Is that the machine or is that the fire alarm? And they've all left the building and they forgot that I'm in the machine and I'm just gonna.
Oh,
That sounds
wow,
like a Stephen King book.
yeah. And I didn't realize they put a cage over your face too. If they did that for you as well, but
Well, that's
they
a choice. That's a choice. I don't like that, so I don't have them do it. And they're like, "Well, will you stay still?" And I'm like, "I'll fucking stay still. Don't put the I don't want the cage thing because it's too much. Then it's too much. It feels like you're confined. Like I don't know that I could just take that off to get out of here.
yeah.
Yeah, weird. Hello, Tracy Bishop Yerman. That's Amy's mom to everybody, reminding them at home of Richard and Amy over at the Short Circuit House. Michelle, yes, that was my honey. He built a 55 Ford pickup, and now he's working on a 2000 Harley Davidson. I told him to make it a Goonies trike. That's funny. Yes. I like that Jason Voorhees mask you have back there. Thank you. Yeah, thanks. We need to check out Joe's channel. You do. Knight Rider Historians. Highly, highly, highly recommend. See you at the Astoria Brewing Company next time, Michelle. Yes, absolutely. Stephanie says hi, Troy and Kyle. Murph says hi, Troy and Kyle. I guess Kyle says, what's up, everybody? I went to my sister's wedding last weekend. It was beautiful. Oh, that's awesome. You know what? For somebody who is struggling with an illness, you really do an awful lot in the world. I hope you give yourself credit. We spent the last 2 weeks moving. Good. 2 people, 11 chickens, 1 goat, 3 rabbits, with dogs and 2 cats. We made it. That's Jessica Reel. Wow. Moved the whole farm. Iris says, sorry I missed you guys. So happy you had a great visit. Oh, were you guys maybe gonna catch up? That would have been fun. The sea lions are in California finding mates in the summer, says Stephanie Pete O'Sheaf.
Oh,
That
thank
makes
you.
sense.
Yeah.
Getting ready for a competition this weekend and organizing a charity event. Very cool. The seals go south for a few months. Okay, everyone's chiming in about the seals. The seals are off mating right now. Sea lions go away for about 6 weeks starting in June. Very sad we don't hear them anymore. Aw, Rain. Kyle. Stephanie Pete O'Sheaf says, love the hat, Kyle. Oh, Black Randomland. Nice. There's a
busted
Randomland
it
down
out.
there, too. And, oopsie daisy. And I just told Justin the other day that I thought a black one might be better. He didn't have any in his trunk.
They're too big on me. They're too much of a crown and they're too wide.
He's got a big noggin for one, so they fit him, and then it really is a
Yeah.
proper trucker hat with the big old billboard on the front.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I thought
I'm glad it's dark
might
in here
not
because
be.
on me it goes like up and out and then over.
Even your black one that you're wearing
No, it's
right
still
now
the same
does?
hat. Yep. Yep. Yep.
R stands for adventure. You're hilarious. Yeah. I don't know. That surprises me. For some reason, it doesn't look that way on you.
Well,
The things you're complaining about, it doesn't look
it's
that way
too
on you.
it's too dark behind me to see it.
Gotcha. That makes sense. I can usually hear them year round, just not so much in the summer. Now, though, there is nothing. Ooh, so there may be a combination of things here, everybody. Troy, my unsolicited advice from someone who recently had a health scare: take it step by step and try not to get too far ahead of it. Heather Knight, amen. That's real. Good advice.
Thanks, Heather.
Man, I love on a super calm night, I can hear the sea lions from the top of Astoria too, and the foghorns, says Irie. I love getting the local take on it from like Rain and Irie. I had an MRI once checking for MS. Funny. I was fine for the most part, but when it started shaking and banging, I started having flashbacks from when I was younger. I was able to pull myself back together, thankfully. I almost lost it in there. So, Irie, you and I are the opposite. The MRI gave you flashbacks to some experience when you were younger. What was that experience? I now have PTSD from the MRI, so I can't do anything like it or it reminds me of it. Although there are not a whole lot of things in life that are like an MRI, so I'm fine on my day-to-day life. Well, I mean, I don't know, man. So you just got back from your trip, but I mean, I feel like I want to hear more about your truck. I know that probably a lot of people don't know the story. Maybe Kyle here probably doesn't know the story. I'm guessing if you guys weren't both at the 40th together, you didn't just buy a used Jeep. Oh, were you?
Yeah, I wasn't at the 40th. I saw we ran into you at whatever that brewing thing is during the trivia night. I saw it outside. I don't know. I didn't really talk to any. We were about to leave, so
Okay.
but
But that was this trip.
I've seen the videos anyway, so I have some idea about it. So I pointed out the tires to Jay Ryan over there. So
Oh yeah, I thought you had the tires. I didn't realize that you had, tire stickered the tires. Well
Yeah.
done though. Very well done.
Oh, thanks. I think that I ruined my hands because of that.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do another set. Like to have those. I mean, does it look? I've seen it driving. It looks. They are centered when it's driving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was measurement and eyeballs. I mean, so it's hard to explain. I've got pictures here in a second, but it's hard to explain
For
that.
for anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, the specific screen accurate tire on that car has like this weird. I wouldn't call it a white wall. It's almost like a pinstriping that goes around with the white letters. The Michelin's, right?
mhm.
Yeah.
Very likely
There we
discontinued
go.
wheels or tires too.
Oh, for sure.
So those are the stickers.
So cool. That is maybe the coolest fucking. Like, why don't they just come back out with that? That is
You
awesome.
know,
I
I
mean, the DeLoreans were the same thing.
I contacted Michelin and I got nowhere because I didn't have a lot of money and they just laughed at me.
Um, when you say DeLoreans are the same thing, those were Goodyear Eagles, though,
Yep.
GTs.
But those are the reproductions of those are expensive. I think
Oh yeah, but you can get them now. When we had our time
you can
machine,
get
you
them.
couldn't get them.
Yeah, I saw what was it? Retro Robbie actually was talking about it on their video today.
Oh really?
Um, where if you get the originals, they're like stupidly expensive, and you don't drive on them because they're 40 years old. And
Oh, you mean
then the
new old stock? No,
reproductions,
you wouldn't want to do that.
yeah.
That's
Well, some
pointless.
people put them on their cars anyways, and they're ridiculously
I don't
expensive.
know what the
But
advantage
even
of
the
that
like
is.
reproductions are like $500 a tire.
But you can drive on them because they're new modern rubber,
Yeah,
and they're even
yeah,
new
yeah,
modern rubber compounds. So they're so much better than the original
yeah.
tire ever
They
was.
should just make like rubber stick-on kits, like your sticker kit, where you can just kind of grind down the face of the tire and just pop them right on and adhere them.
Well,
That would be the
it's
best
a
bet.
yeah, it's a huge market, tirestickers.com. I mean, you know that one
Yeah,
obviously, right?
yeah. But
Yeah.
I mean, they should make like rubberized versions of it so they're raised letters.
They are.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, that's what a lot of the people who don't want to pay the $500 a tire do on their DeLoreans. They do the
Okay.
Goodyear Eagle GT Outline kits. And
Then do you
it's
like
everything you're
shave
talking
the
about,
tires?
including even Troy's. Those are raised. They might not be super raised, but they're raised a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do you
they're. I
normally have to like shave the tire down first, or
oh, I went right over the tire.
is your yeah?
I
I'm with you, Kyle, that I'd want to erase what was there. But I think the amount of
It's
scuffing
a
and
lot of
chafing, I
work.
don't
Yeah.
think you could ever polish it back out to get that nice round again. Because there's
Yeah.
also the bead on both the
You'd
DeLorean
have to
and the
like paint it first or something. I know that's what they do
yeah.
sometimes when they do striping on tires and stuff. They'll grind it and then stripe it. But I guess you could paint it black and then put them back on. But that's a lot of extra work.
Re-dye it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the instructions for those stickers are to use something like brake or carb clean and a rag until no black comes off. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you have ever tried to clean a
Mhm.
tire until no black comes off. That
Yeah.
is impossible. So I got it as clean as I could, wore my fingers to the bone doing it. And I mean, I was under the gun too, right? Because the major things on this Jeep happened in the last 3 months
Hmm.
before the 40th anniversary because we had the filming schedule to make, right? So,
Right.
oh my gosh. And at the last minute, when Bayman actually came here to the house to take a look at it, and he says, "You have to do the sunroof." And I'm like, dude, I am tapped out, man. I do not have money or time right now to have a sunroof put in. He's like, "You got to do the sunroof." So I'm
He's
like,
right though.
so yeah. So the last minute, I went and had the sunroof put in, and I
Now, I'm assuming because of the gasket, you didn't need to then do paintwork again. You were able to just cut it out, right? Fingers
right. So
crossed.
yeah, I didn't do the sunroof. I had it professionally done, and it was after paint had been done. However, there was an excessive amount of Bondo, so I was worried about the Bondo chipping as
Oh
well.
yeah.
In fact, um, so I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this or not, but where are we at? There we go. So this is just before paint, and this is all the Bondo work that they did. So you can see that there's, I mean, the roof was white, and that's all
Wow.
like at the top there. And people have asked me, well, oh my gosh, I'd actually like to start from from
Go
the
ahead.
beginning because
Whatever you want.
I mean, like straight from the beginning, like my history and my wife and what's led up to this project. If you don't mind, I don't want
I
to
mean,
take.
we got 5 hours.
I'm gonna go put in a microwave dinner. I'll be right back.
Um, so, my wife and I come from the haunted house um, industry. And while neither one of us have done anything professional in a haunted house before, um, the reason why I feel that I'm good at redoing screen accurate reproductions is because I've got an eye for it. In fact, my wife and I, where we met was a convention, a Halloween convention in Portland, Oregon, and uh, there was a contest to decorate your hotel room, and there was a theme is like 80s horror movies. So her and I chose Children of the Corn.
Do you have your volume on over there? Because there is a little bit of feedback.
I do not have my volume on.
Weird. Where could it be? Okay. Sorry.
That's okay. So we reproduced. Oh, I see what you're talking about. That noise.
Yeah, I hear it too.
Let me do
Do you have
this.
like headphones on or something, or what do you?
I don't. Is it gone now?
Tiny bit of echo, but
Huh. I wonder if I turn the cell phone down. How about now?
it's definitely less whistly.
All right. I hope you're joking, Jay, because I
I
can't hear
am.
you.
I am. I apologize. I'm making it worse by joking. That's
It
what
would
I
have been
do.
better if you froze too.
I know, right? So anyway, we went and we took over the whole hallway. So our room is all the way down at the end. So I reproduced each of the Gatlin signs. So we've got Gatlin 2, we've got Hemmingford and everything. I also made this product called, I call it Flexi Dirt. because we had to figure out how we were going to get dirt into the hotel room to make this look good and to cover up the bases. So basically, I took some plastic, white plastic, some brown caulking, put it on there, used a rolling pin, rolled it out, and then opened it up, splattered or put it in the dirt, patted it down, let it dry, pulled it out, and wiped it off. And that's what we get right there. It's flexible dirt. It's real dirt because you can't get more real than real. And so, yeah, so that was in the hotel room. So let's see, we got them
And it
four.
does look like you just put a pile of dirt on the thing, but you could just pick it up like a fake vomit.
Yeah, the some of the staff were when they first saw it, they're like, "What the?" And then
Yeah.
they realized, "Oh, okay, it's okay." So these right here, the reproduced Gatlin signs. So my wife is the one that does all the aesthetics. So she went and
Wow.
hand did that sign,
God, that's great.
and then our hotel room we redid the Blue Man. So where are we at here? So there is the screen used Blue Man, and this is my reproduction.
Yeesh.
And she was like, "Oh my gosh, it's so cheesy." I'm like, "Yes, the Blue Man is cheesy. There's nothing about that. But focus, that is not cheese."
I mean, I
So
never saw this before, but that looks like a police uniform that scarecrow's wearing. Is that what it is? With a dead skeleton in it? Yeah,
you've
I know.
never seen
Sorry,
Steven
Troy.
around the corner? Really?
Yeah, I have no idea what you're referencing at all.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know.
Well, you know,
Somehow
right?
that one got through me. I don't. I know.
Wow.
It's been a little while since I've seen it, but I know what you're talking about.
Okay. Oh, okay. So anyway, we redid this. We put this to sound and light. There's a
So it's not a
speech that
policeman.
that the main character Malachi he goes and he states stuff. So all this right here is it starts off white and then it turns to black and fog lights. Keep in mind this is inside the hotel room, and those are panels that my wife painted murals for the wall in the back. I recreated each and every one that I could see, the drawings, stroke per stroke. So this right here is the screen used drawings that the kids made. And then these are the ones that I reproduced. And all of them, like I said, are stroke for stroke, exactly like they were on screen in the movie. I also redid the Church of Gatlin sign there. That was in the hotel room. So there that is. So everything that we've done, that screen used. This is a display in the hotel room. Oh yes, by the way, we did win. And then that's a 2x4 with PVC corn. My wife created and made corn stalks. These are not real.
Wow. What?
She, yeah, she recreated all those. We
Out of
do have
what?
um, well, it's going to give it away, but
Oh,
PVC.
never mind then. Okay,
No,
sorry.
it's fine. It's fine. We've got the tutorial on the Beyond 1031 channel on YouTube. But so it's PVC, stiff wire, masking tape, and then she went and I don't think I have anything of it. Dang it. She went and also recreated the corn for it out of molds, and
Wow.
yeah, so she. I mean, that was like our big thing of what we did with that, as far as like just recreating and being screen accurate and everything, and yeah, so that's kind of like the taste that I got for remaking things.
I
Um,
don't. I don't know if we've ever talked about this, Troy. I think maybe ancillarily. But I also, as a kid, 10 years in haunted houses and haunted hay rides.
really?
Yeah. And I, same as you, I got into it and I design them and come up with room concepts and scare concepts and
Oh,
yeah.
so
And I was a kid and so no idea for boundaries. So like I really pushed the limits of what was appropriate and
So
surprise.
you've seen it then. We have a drop panel scare video on YouTube that I can't remember what it's up to now, 3 million, something like that, views uh,
Wow.
of drop panels in my haunt. And because we used to do a haunted house here at my house, and we used to do it for charity until a jealous ex had me shut down. That's all I'm going to say about that. But it was so awesome because it made so many memories for so many people. And in a scare environment, yeah, it's scary, but it's all most of the time positive memories that you're making for people because it's a controlled environment. Nothing's actually going to happen to you. So being able to get into everybody's sense, the sense of smell and touch and sight and feeling and just getting to the root core of people, scaring them, having a good time, making that lasting impact. I feel that, that's one way that we can live on is to make a good impact and have people remember the good things that you've done. So that's one reason that haunted houses were a big draw for me. I also took a real car, 1989 Mercury Sable, and I cut
Ah,
the section of
the
it
not a
off.
Ford Taurus.
No, well, yeah, well, it's the same difference. Um, but I cut the back section of it off, scrapped the rest of the car, I put it on tracks. I gave it MP3 sound. I got all the lights working in the back. I had fog out of the exhaust, playing on the fear of being backed into in a parking lot. So we had a fence and this thing on a track, and this car would like come at you, and the horn would blow. And then on the opposite side of that scene, we had two headlights and a horn. So you've got this car backing into you from one spot. People go and they back up against this wall, and then you've got a horn and headlights on the other side of this wall that blare, and they get you
Pushing in
again.
the other direction. Yeah, amazing. You're just playing
So
with them. I get the psychology behind this because again, like, and that, so I understand the weave of it all. The batting them around like a little cat with a piece of yarn is very fun. Yes,
yeah,
yes.
and then
Back in the day, when the things I'm talking about were like local for the town. That was like it was the town haunted houses, but it was long enough ago that there weren't really rules to stuff. You know, like you could touch people and things. So one of my favorite that sounds inappropriate. Let me explain. Let me expound on that. One of my favorite things to do would be to have a scene that was mildly disappointing. You know, like you go to some haunted house and like, oh, there's a gorilla in a big cage. Oh, and then at some point one of those bars bends and you can get out the cage, whatever. Okay, not that scary, really. That's more of like a kid's haunted house, right? But knowing that you could then make the rest of the maze super dark and whatever so that that person could actually join the group for a little bit until maybe you get a couple corners away where they have long forgotten about that whatever scene, and then the person they're holding on to that they think is their loved one turns out to be that guy with a fucking with a flashlight. It's psychological warfare. It's terrible. It's terrible. But we used to do stuff like that. So when you say like, "Oh, we'd send him this way and then we'd hit him this way," I get you.
that is so cool. Yeah, it was making a 10-room mansion in the backyard just using plywood panels, and then having like so many people come through every year. We raised so much food for the local food bank for several years in a row that um, it, gosh, it was so cool and so powerful for everybody. But being able to create that in your own backyard was
Yeah,
like pretty.
terrorizing. You get to terrorize the whole town. Fantastic. Irie says, my half brother used to fuck me up. Occasionally, he would trap me in something, bang me around. Gee, so this is back to the MRI PTSD, but
Yeah.
it goes along with our horror haunting here. Bang me around, and he would throw them down things like stairs. I don't really want to go into details. Well, you've done
Wow.
it. He made my childhood rough. I'm so sorry. Damn, a lot of typos on that message, she said. Yeah, no, Irie, that's why we all found each other. We've all got shit.
We're all
But
goonies.
that's a good reason to not like an MRI. Those when I was a kid, the fad was to ride inside like an inner tube or whatever down a hill. You know,
All right,
it was
Beavis.
done in a commercial or something for Wrigley's gum or some goddamn thing, and then everybody was doing it. And I feel like
And
that
then it
sort of
came
thing
back with
might give you
Jackass.
PTSD. Like anything with that rotational. Ugh. I don't like it. Rain says never any judgment here. Agreed. Safe spot. John Walsh says Jeep looks amazing. It really does. It really, really does. Tracy says, "Hi, Dave." I also say hi, Dave. Haunted house industry. Yeah. There's a big one. So we used to. I never went to the conventions and stuff because we didn't do it professionally. It was just like the month or two a year that we would hammer down on this town one. Did you? You said you did go to those conventions and stuff. I would imagine it's a whole industry now. Back then, it was sort of like a sub industry of costuming. So like whatever the Halloween costume industry was, they would then have a subdivision for like the pro scare industry. Is that similar now, or did they go full pro? It seems like any Halloween store to buy where you just want to buy anything has giant 16-foot things that'll jump out at you if you want to spend $1,000.
Right. Man.
Take some of the magic out of it for me because we used to have to make that stuff and engineer it, you know.
Exactly. So we considered ourselves haunters. That's what people are that create their own stuff or whatnot. So going to like the Halloween
Haunter.
store,
I don't even know her. Sorry, that's for me.
going to the Halloween stores was a major disappointment for us because we like to just make our own stuff. We liked it to be like more authentic and not cutesy, you know? I don't know.
Don Post still around? Those masks? That was the big licensed one back then.
Wow, I don't even know because most of the people that I knew were making their own masks. But I do know
Wow.
that they've gotten very far away from like the Scooby Doo kind of plastic ones that they had when we were growing up.
That's
That
the
the
Don
fucking
Post of it all. The ones they
over
would
here.
license, the William Shatner that became the Michael Myers. What about Topstone? Was a company that we dealt with all the time. That were they were national or international, but they happened to be like in the same town that we were near us, so we could go to them and just pick up boxes of shit.
Yeah, not
That they
familiar
would
with
like
them
donate.
either.
No, okay.
Well, there's a thing in California every year that's that summer scream, midsummer scream, or something like that.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
they do a lot of. They have like a whole display area where they have all these fun houses and stuff where you can go through and kind of get a tease of what they're going to do this year.
Yeah.
Really?
And then in the convention side, it's all the like, the building funhouse kind of stuff, like stuff you can buy,
I want to go
as
to
well
that.
as just, yeah, it looks cool. There's another one I'm going to in October. I think it's in Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah.
That's like Scream Fest or something like that.
See, I hear these things all the time. They just sound like Fan Fest or like another amusement
Yeah,
park
it's
with a roller
Comic
coaster.
Con. It's Halloween Comic Con. That's what it is.
Yeah, but I'd want to go to that. That sounds.
I know.
That sounds like something I want.
Well,
to
for
do.
you, it's hit up Justin. He knows about it. He goes almost every year.
Yeah, they've
I
got
mean, you can do
a lot of good conventions. I can't remember what's the big one out east. The one for
I
like
think
all the
that's
professional haunted houses.
I think that's the Scream Fest or something. And isn't it that the one in Louisville?
Just even the fact
They
that these
might
things
have,
exist are amazing.
they might
Scare
have,
Fest, something like that. Yeah, because that's for the one where they always invite all the actors and stuff too from all those movies. So it's like a bigger Comic Con and scare thing. I just got invited to go out in October, so I was like, why not?
Well,
Just a
does-
quick 15-hour drive down from Minnesota. Actually, Kentucky's not so bad. I think that's like 12.
Oh yeah, so perfect segue if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Cool, this is fun.
Wait, hang on. Before you go, Troy, we should tell you have a Guinness Book of World Records for most daily. You tell him
Oh, okay.
for live streaming.
No, I actually have to look at it because it's very long. So going back to the Halloween thing, when I started doing the haunted house here, it was in 2007, and it was shortly after that. I think it was 2009 that I started vlogging the experience of, hey, this is what I'm making today, and it turned into, wow, I've vlogged for 3 days in a row. Maybe I can go for a week. Went for a week. Maybe I can go for a month. And there was someone else by the name of Charles Trippy on YouTube that had the CTFXC channel, and he ended up getting the Guinness record for the most consecutive daily vlogs on YouTube, meaning that he posted every day. And I was all in the running for that, and then I had my son, and he was, kind of demanding, and I took some time off So I broke my record,
Mm.
and then I started doing it again. So unofficially, because there's different channels than just you should actually get a Guinness World Record for applying for a Guinness World Record because it is a pain in the ass. It is such a major pain. Um, in fact, so the longest running or the most consecutive daily vlogs, the one that Charles Trippy still holds, I've actually broken that. But Guinness tells me I have to go to YouTube. YouTube says I have to go to Guinness. So nobody is offering me any kind of how do I apply for this because currently the record is not open for challenging, which it's Guinness World Record. So why isn't it up to be challenged? That doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, I did get this one. So this one here is for 4,997, the longest running video blog series on YouTube, number of episodes. So this is just like the number of episodes that I produced, which was like over 5,000.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Well,
I mean,
that's
just take
still quite something.
5,000 divided by 365, and this is like a vast part of my life. But I'm not a attractive young chick. I am not over the top entertainment, and I'm not flamboyant. So I feel that the algorithm kind of kept me down with not spreading it around a lot. So I never had a large following. But the people that did follow, a lot of them are like still friends today. So I've met a lot of people, and I met my wife this way. So
Oh my goodness. Well, that's a Justin's story too. She was a fan, and now they're married.
yeah.
So you're like, so you could go to all those people that say consistency is the key and be like, well, maybe.
Oh man, just imagine editing a video every single day for 14
No,
years.
I almost hold the world record in like procrastination on editing my videos and filming my videos and not ever putting them out. So yeah,
No,
I know
I
what
get
you're talking about. I hate editing so much because I get too perfectionist with it, and then I start wanting
That's
to
the
do too many
problem.
fun things. And yeah,
that. Yeah, so talking about the costumes, check this out. So this is before costumes that same year. This is after costumes. So this is Angie's, and she's got this next picture will show it better, but this is her zombie waitress. And of course, that's me being Forrest Gump because I make a pretty good Forrest.
Do you
That's
ever?
that's,
Oh, that's funny. You're like a
that's Bubba
chameleon.
Gump short hat right there.
You
Bubba
look like a
Gump.
bunch of different people. Do you ever get anybody that you look like? Not when you dress up, just you, your face.
No, I don't think
Oh,
so.
okay.
I
For some
mean,
reason
you
tonight,
got
I'm
like
getting
a,
Charlie from Lost.
I was just say, shaved head and goatee. You got a little bit of that
Who's that guy from Breaking Bad?
Walter
What?
White.
Yes.
I don't get that.
Well,
I'm getting more like what's his name? Not Goldberg, but WWE guy who crushes beers on his head and stuff.
Well,
God, who is it? Was it? God, what is his name? I can't think of it. It's Goldberg, isn't it?
yeah, I think it is Goldberg. I see it a little bit. Goldberg's a massive man, though, and Troy is not.
Still, we're talking face, right?
Forced perspective. If we did one of those forced perspective things where one's further away and one's really close, yeah, that would work. You
so
all, everybody. You all, everybody. Nobody lost. Nobody. Okay. Wow, look at that. Those are some. I hope those are contacts.
yeah. So that's her
Wow.
zombie costume. She made everything. She made the brain. She made the fingers. She made the drink. This right here is her Medusa costume. She made this, and then all the snakes hiss.
Jeez.
And then this is her harpy costume. His wings are movable. They fold up.
Movable,
You know, the
not
one thing that
flappable.
people don't understand about doing cosplays that extravagant is it's a nightmare to transport.
Ask
Like
Kyle how he
folding
knows.
that up and throwing it in a trunk or something like that, or a car. Like you almost need a pickup truck just to do anything.
Well, at the time she was still living in Canada, so she was able to get. She got all the stuff across the border. But she even made the teeth. I mean, everything on that she made. Oh, and then
Classic.
oh yeah, so we weren't able to find any good Three Amigos costumes, so we got screenshots and we reproduced this basically exactly the way it was on screen, pretty much. It's not 100%, but
Well, but the you three gentlemen look more like a mariachi band.
It's always fun. I almost rather make those costumes anyways than because even if you find them, they're not great. They're always kind of like half-assed. Like I made the Western McFly, like the pink and blue with the leather tassels. Got it embroidered. Spent a shitload of money doing it. Technically, it's the first thing I ever sewed, which is kind of ironic with leather. And it was awesome for about 2 years until HalloweenCostumes.com made their own version, which doesn't look anywhere near as good. But now everyone just assumes that's where mine's from. And you're like, oh, damn it! Now mine, it's bringing mine down. Now I hate it. So, and I'm sure if you found one of those Three Amigos costumes, it wouldn't look as good as what you probably have there. So,
no. But yeah, like you said, finding them is hard, and then you do find them, and it's you can't even like work with what they've given you because it's usually such crap.
yeah.
But yeah, each one of those little freaking rhinestones on there, hot glue place, hot glue place, hot glue.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I had a rhinestone the Stephanie apron, and that was like all the way around the top, or all around the whole pocket. They kept falling off because I was using like fabric glue and all that. And so yeah, I know what you're talking about. They were just tiny, so I was trying to use like a tweezer, but then the glue kept sticking to the tweezer, and yeah, it was rhinestones are not fun.
No. Yay, Dave knows the blue man. Yay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I don't. Bye, Irie. See you in a little bit.
Need to add it to your. I
You'll
know
be
you're not
back.
into horror movies, Jay, but you need to add it to your playlist.
Yeah, it's funny because it's in the category of when I did like horror movies. I loved 80s horror movies. Loved them. Loved them. 70s horror movie. Loved all that stuff. We just watched a movie for
That's
Blockbuster Year this week that I would definitely consider one of those types
can't
of
get
movies.
it too close because it'll.
Oh, look at. Oh, hang
But
on.
anyways, yeah,
hang
that's.
on. Hang on. Go ahead.
I have to zoom a little bit because it's not. I can't get too close to the camera.
Oh, cool.
So I got a blue shirt and a pink shirt from a thrift store. I got a bunch of leather, and then kind of just put it together, and then eventually sliced the leather to, make them tassels, and but then adding all the piping, the buttons, all that stuff was tough. And then I just had someone embroider it because I'm not going to attempt to embroider. But I figured, like the first time I ever started, my wife's mom's a seamstress, and I kept on asking her to do these things, and they just never got done. So I was like, how hard could sewing really be? So you pop in some YouTube, figure out how to set up a sewing machine, and then you just start doing it. And the insides never look good, but the outsides always work. So learn by doing. Children in the Corn
Daryl
was
says Children of the
terrifying.
Corn terrified him as a kid, and he hated Malachi. Pretty sure he's the one that made me afraid of redheads. Murph says, "Oh, sure, sure." Jennifer Workus, hey there, hey Jennifer, good to see you. John Walch. I love making my own Halloween costumes and props. I made a book that lights on fire and working on a fire sword right now. Wow, fire sword sounds like a fire sword.
Sorry, we got you off topic though. You're in the middle of your leading up to your the Jeep.
Oh, I know.
You're gonna get
Haunted Woods in
ADD out of
Kansas,
both
though,
me and
Tracy. All right. You don't know who is a paying patron and who is an actor. Oh my, that is scary. That sounds fun though. It was
We have
designed
two
by
really
someone
cool ones in
who was
Minnesota.
behind the Saw movie series. Gee whiz. And John Walsh says Stone Cold Steve Austin
Stone
is who we were
Cold.
thinking of.
That's what I was thinking of.
It is, right?
Yeah, because Goldberg is more muscular. Steve Austin's more like not ripped out of his mind. Because yeah, Goldberg is like big. He's a big dude.
Goldberg is his shape, his head and his neck meld
Yeah.
into his shoulders. It's one big thing. Yeah.
I gotta look up Steve Austin now. Hold on.
Yeah, I can't remember what he looks like. In my mind, he's got long flowing hair though, and that can't be right.
No, he's definitely bald.
Ooh, snap into his lip.
You know,
I could be thinking about
I
it.
just started noticing you're getting a lot of bald guests on the show recently.
Well, that is a theme. You're right, because Dave too.
Yeah.
You're right. That's weird. Huh. And I
Let's see.
actually
Oh,
I used to shave Nicole's head sometimes live on the show. I mean,
did not
with a
know
buzzer,
that.
bzzz.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, she didn't have cancer or anything. It was just it needed to be shorter and shorter and shorter, and eventually, as short as it could be, was let's just. Bzz. She could feel it. Her hair fatigued her.
Different reasons, but that's why I did it. I got thinning, and it's just like, you know something? I'm just done with this.
Oh, Steve, I remember him. He's in. Fuck, is he in a Sandler movie? What? He's in a comedy movie of some sort, isn't he?
Probably, yeah. Like you gotta
I
have
didn't watch-
you gotta adopt the mean look a little bit more to pull off the look. But yeah,
Troy's too nice for that.
You know, and nobody has said, "Oh, your name is the same as the person that was, Troy from the Goonies, the asshole." And I'm like, nobody said anything. It's like, oh, I'm actually kind of glad. And now, of course, I've said it, so people probably will. But hey,
well, now you're gonna have to get a Troy costume, and then it'll be like Troy stole Fratelli's Jeep.
Yeah, it wouldn't work. Yeah, it just wouldn't work. There was also, when you were on the 40th, Troy, there was that other guy who was playing Troy better than anybody ever could.
Yep.
He was like, remember he walked up, he's like, you were there that day. He just walks up the driveway like he owns the place, and he just starts yelling. He's like, my father, he's tearing that down and tearing that down. My father's putting a golf course all over this place. He like wrote his own thing into the scene, and it was really funny.
What a worse place possible to put a golf course. Maybe
is
a
amazing.
driving range.
This is
but,
amazing.
like,
I could show you a whole
yeah.
dissertation on it. Kip the other day, who I just said I shouldn't tell you exactly where he lives, literally did a whole computer dissertation of where it would have been because he was
Okay.
looking at
Oh,
a
wow.
topographical map of his area.
I mean, it's just one big massive hill.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of the best ones on the West Coast, though, are like cliffside golf courses, right?
Yeah, cliffs like are flat and then have cliffs. Like this is like a big mound.
In real life,
If the ball
yes.
went, it'd be like trying to play basketball on top of that driveway. You lose that ball, it's going to be like 10 miles down the road by the time you find it.
smashing
in
out the
real
window.
life, in real life, yes.
Yeah.
In real life, I think all of
We have
those
to
other houses.
yeah,
would
we
be
have
gone,
to
too.
disbelief the illusion, right, for the movie.
It
Yes,
could have been mini
I
golf.
think in the world they live in the universe of the movie. They do live on a cliff that would easily become a golf course.
We
I think
should
we're
do that
supposed
for
to believe
the 40th, whatever the event's going to end up being annually. We should set up a Astoria mini golf where like the holes are at the bottom of the like roads,
That's funny. That's funny.
but you can
Just
make
do
the
it- do
hole
it
like
on all the
6
different
feet wide, so
neighborhoods'
that
yards down the street, down Dwayne there. That would be funny.
soapbox races down the hill by Rich's house.
Well, you got me thinking about it now. Like, where would we put a mini golf course if there was one? Really?
I don't think they'd let you use the new fireboat.
Well, obvious answer is one of the balls has to go off a ramp off the side of the bridge, and you have to land it into like a food truck.
Terrible.
You know,
Johnny, a la Johnny Five.
yeah.
Does he land on top of the food truck when he falls off the bridge? I thought, oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's got the umbrella, right?
Yeah, yep. Parachute, yeah.
Oh, is it a parachute? Well, it's an umbrella parachute, right? It slows him down. Or does he have a parachute?
No, it's an umbrella. It's a parachute in the first
Okay.
one, and it's like a what are they hang glider in the second one.
Oh, I forgot about the hang glide. Okay, yeah, okay, parachute.
Where he's clearly over, Toronto and not
Brutal.
New York City or yeah.
As a kid, I remember that being such a New York movie, and I watched it as an adult, and there's not a single frame shot in New York. Ridiculous. Troy, we're getting off topic here, buddy. Tell us about whatever you want to.
Okay. All right.
Well, I don't know where you want to go, and I want to hear whatever you have to say. I feel like I had
Well,
that. That's a candle. You put a votive candle in the back of that, don't you?
no. This right here, Angie made this
Oh wow.
because of the whole Halloween channel. We were calling it our uh, Ginger Dead House competition that we had online. So this is actually Christmas time. Actually, no, I'm sorry. This was not. Anyway, regardless, she made this haunted house, and it is all edible
Oh.
except for the base that's made out of fondant.
Hmm.
But this is just like one reason why her and I are such a great team is because she's the one that does the aesthetic stuff, the dressing, and I'm the one that does the pneumatic, the electronic, the all the mechanical.
Yeah, it does look
Right.
amazing. It really does.
So, and then she getting to the Goonies theme, she made this
Wow.
cake from scratch, except for the map. I think the map she got online and it's fondant. But aside from that, she made all of this stuff.
Good
It's all
grief! Look at
edible.
that. Copper bones.
Yeah, all edible.
The doubloon.
Do you guys do any of this like professionally for cakes and stuff too, or is it
She likes doing it, so she does not do it professionally.
just
Oh, that's funny.
if someone asks and you want to pay a lot of money?
Yeah, yeah. And then we also redid all the peanut stuff in the front yard. That was the
Nice.
collaboration between her and I. And then that brings us to the ugly thing. So
Hmm.
I
Hey, at
asked
least it
her.
already had the mirrors gone already. That's good.
Yeah.
You didn't have to take that off.
So I was researching. I've always wanted to do you want to get caught up?
Has anyone ever seen a Sharknado costume?
No.
Me neither. Sorry, Brooke.
Oh, that's okay.
But that's a good reason to make one, Brooke. Make a splash.
I thought you were going to get caught up.
Oh no, but just curious.
The hell?
No, I want to hear your story.
Um, it started with me researching. I've always wanted to do a movie car. I've always wanted to reproduce it. Now, where we live is a 3-bedroom Rambler, no garage. All I have is a carport in Washington State.
Mm.
So anything that I did has to be like, it can't be like too susceptible to rain. And of course, I'm
No
not going to do an
ectos.
ecto.
No ectos
Yeah,
for you.
no ecto, no
No DeLorean.
DeLoreans. And I think the Dukes of Hazard,
Ooh.
politically correct, and it's been done. The
Well, it
18
has. I would still have one, but it's the same problem. You can't keep it outside.
right, the 18 van that crossed my mind. It'd be like, oh, that'd be pretty cool. And it's kind of a tradition, or it was a tradition every year in my family for whatever reason that we watch Goonies on Christmas. I don't know why,
Huh.
but it's for me. It was always, I don't know. We just watched it around the Christmas time, and I saw Mama Fratelli's Jeep, and I'm like, wow. I wonder if anybody's ever reproduced this. I mean, it's just a black Jeep, right?
Yeah.
So I looked it up,
Theoretically.
and I saw the one down at the jail, and I was
That
like,
Damon made. Damon Crow.
Damon Crow, that's right. And I saw it, and I'm like, oh, awesome, huh? Now, love Damon. He's an awesome, amazing individual, and he produced that Jeep in 3 months. And I can guarantee you that that is probably one of the most photographed Jeeps ever in history. Everybody that goes down there takes a picture of it. But I started looking at it. I'm like, oh, it's got a lift kit. It's not supposed to have a lift kit. That's the wrong wheels, wrong tires, wrong brush guard. It's got a trailer package, and it's in 1989. So there's no way it was used in the movie or whatnot.
And those
So,
holes were not the size of matzo balls either.
in fact, Damon actually told me that when he drilled those, they were actually smaller than what they are now. But because everybody puts their fingers in them, they've
I
opened
was
up.
I was going to bring that up too,
Hmm.
because Troy, you know that the back is actually fiberglass, isn't it? It's not
Yes,
steel.
correct.
So that actually is plausible. That makes sense.
Yep. And I'm glad you
Universal
brought
sign
that
for
up.
putting your finger in the back of a bullet hole of a Jeep.
Oh man, so that was a major concern when I did the bullet holes on these. I got that, by the way. Um,
Well, it's
when
funny
I,
because even in the movie, there's like silver splat, like it makes it look like, oh, the paint peeled and it's metal, but it's not.
yeah,
A
I mean,
fake
you can
sticker would
actually
look better than the wrong hole. Does that make sense?
kind of.
Because it's the wrong material.
What's the wrong material?
In the movie, it makes it look like the back of the Jeep is metal because where the bullet holes hit, the paint flecks, and you see a little bit of like silver stuff, right?
No,
Oh, you don't?
no. So
Oh,
that right there is the insert shot, and that was filmed on a soundstage in California.
okay.
That is a fiberglass tailgate, and I actually took videos because I wanted to see what would make the best bullet hole. I did it kind of for
Yeah.
attention a little bit, but I used a pellet gun that you could like pump up as much as you wanted, a 22, 44 Magnum, and a crossbow, just because that's what I had at my disposal,
Yeah.
and I wanted to see what made the most authentic hole for the movie. And yeah, when you shoot that tailgate, that fiberglass flies, and that's what you're seeing in that inset shot is the
I guess
fiberglass.
unfortunately we're talking about two different things because I forgot about the shot you're talking about. I'm talking about later when Chunk is putting his fingers in bullet holes and they're at the restaurant and the Jeep is tucked into the doors
Oh,
and he's putting his ORV bullet holes. You know that whole scene. It almost looks like those bullet holes, and maybe you're telling me now it's just white fiberglass I'm seeing. I always thought it looked like they had dressed it a little bit to look like, the
you know
movie did,
something?
which you
I've
would
honestly
do on any other panel. It just wouldn't work on fiberglass. But who the
right.
hell would know that it was actually fiberglass except for a Jeep expert
Was
like
there
me?
a certain year that they used metal? Because maybe they just had, maybe the insert shot was a fiberglass and the other one was a metal or something too.
I thought the
Yeah,
same thing. It's just that they didn't shoot the one that Chunk's touching. I'm sure it was either drilled out and it's art. It was
Yeah.
art departmented, not
right.
special effects.
Yeah. Yeah, so 84 is the first redesign of the Cherokee unibody body style, and
Wasn't this
that's
the
why,
launch of it?
huh?
Wasn't this like America's first foray into this is the new Jeep?
Pretty
This
much,
movie?
yeah, yeah, and that's why this was such a big product placement for AMC at the time. In fact, a lot of I've talked to two people. I've talked to John Orlebeck and Randy White, who both were. John Orlebeck was the driver, and Randy White was the transportation captain. Unfortunately, John Reed, who was the transportation coordinator, passed away in 2007.
Hmm.
Um, so,
He's the
I
big
mean,
boss. He would
right.
have hired all the other guys, except that the truth is the captain is probably going to know more. He's going to have more
Yeah.
day to day. The
And
coordinator is dealing with production meetings and producers and everything else, whereas the captain is the one running the team of people, drivers, stunt people, whatever the heck. So, like, you might have all the information you need as long as you can talk to that guy.
yeah, unfortunately, there's been conflicting stories
Oh.
um, that the Jeeps apparently never went back to California,
We
and we
talked
know
about
that.
this a little bit. That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, well, we know that it's not true because of the
Data
data scene, and
shot at the Warner
also,
Brothers lot.
yes,
Yeah.
is actually
So there's one, at least one.
two. The park where the well was at, that's also in California,
The park
and we
where the
had some
well was.
people
Oh,
discover.
where the yeah, but was the Jeep ever there?
Yeah, because that's where Chunk is kidnapped again.
Oh, in the in when it's driving by and he starts singing the song and everything, and they throw him in the
Yeah,
back. Oh,
yep,
that's
that
all the
was
same place.
California as well.
Wow, that does look
That
like
well,
Oregon.
is that well this possibly the same well that's on the set in Universal or over by Amblin?
It's possible, but I don't think so.
Is
That
that
one
is
might.
that the like Back to the Future photo
Yeah,
well?
that one is Amblin for sure.
Okay. Well, I wonder if the Goonies one is then.
The Goonies one always struck me as like a real well someplace. I don't know. You're right. Let's look at it. Well,
Hey,
he
by the way,
knows. I
Kevin
guess Troy
Mindell
knows.
just
You know where it is, Troy.
Oh,
where
yeah.
this
Oh,
well
go
is.
ahead. Yeah.
Uh,
Northern Cal,
some
did you
people,
say?
huh?
Did you say Northern Cal?
I don't know exactly where that park was at. I do know that some people in the Goonies group found it about a year ago, and all their scenes match up. So
Okay.
I remember that it's definitely in California.
Okay. And then the end of the movie is California too, but there's no Jeep there. We have
Right,
everybody in the movies there, but no Jeep. Okay.
right. Yeah, so the only two shots that the Jeep is in California is are the ones that we just talked about.
Data on the so by the way, it's the opening scene when Data is testing out his thing and it suction cup to the barrel and it pulls him across the street and he falls into the barrel. That's
Right.
not in Oregon or near any body of water. Well, I guess you could say it borders the LA River, but there was probably no water in the LA River at the time. But that's on the south edge of the Warner Brothers lot,
Now, do you
just
know
south of
exactly?
the mill. In fact, you can see the mill
Yes.
as it stands today in the shot.
It's behind the mill,
Right.
according to Mark Marshall.
He's right. He's behind the mill in between the LA River and the mill, and you can see the mill
Okay.
in the shot.
Do you have access to that?
The movie Goonies? You have access to that.
I don't have access to that. I
What are
mean,
we
you're in
talking about?
California.
Watch the movie Goonies, and you
Oh
can
no.
see in that data shot, you can see the mill behind him when he's in the fucking thing when the Jeep goes by. Like
Okay. Well,
you could go line that up with Google
I think
Earth if
he
you
I think
wanted
he
to, because
means
the
do you
mill is
have
still
access
exactly
to
as
that
it
area?
the mill that side of the mill is exactly as it used to be.
yeah, Kyle's right. Do you have access to that area?
Oh, why?
Hook us up.
Project?
Yeah, so that's just it. If I do and I do that, then I don't have access anymore.
Oh.
Do you know what I
Oh,
mean?
okay.
It's that kind of thing. Everyone always says that, like, "Oh, take me up to the top of the clock tower." I'm like, that wasn't a planned. We were doing work there that day. It's not like a, 30 years of industry experience. Like, then I can do things and be places and stuff. But the moment I shouldn't be putting any of it on social media. In
Okay.
fact, I
Okay.
wonder if that'll become a problem. I should stop doing that.
So
You get
is it
invited to some things and they want it publicized, but then like studio stuff, they don't want it publicized. They want to control it all. It's
okay?
weird.
So even if I don't know, do they give like tours through there, or
Yeah,
do they allow
I just
photographers?
well, the last night I saw Adam the Woo. We did a thing at Warner Brothers for Pee Wee's 40th, and we told the tour guide we wanted to see it, and he was like, "Okay, it's not really on the tour, we're not supposed to," but he whipped us around and did it. So I think anybody who goes to pay for the Warner Brothers tour could go be there. I assumed you were asking about bringing your car on the lot and taking a photo and stuff like that. If you just want
No.
to see the area, just go on the Warner Brothers tour and tell them. I'm like 90% sure that they would be like, "Oh, sure, no problem. You want to drive through the parking lot by the fucking thing? All right." You're the
As
only
long as
Well,
you're
one who
not
would
filming
care.
something, yeah.
I didn't want to say too much, but I'm redoing the intro scene for scene, then and now.
Oh,
So all I need
so
is
now I
like
see.
the exact shots,
Yeah.
and
I can tell
of
you right now, they would definitely veto the shit out of that.
yeah.
And I don't know how you would steal it.
Well, I wouldn't want to.
Well, you know what I mean? Guerrilla film, make it somewhere else. Like, you could go get the shots you need by doing the tour, I'm sure. You know what I mean? And line up whatever, and you and your wife and your movie magic, you could make it look however. But getting your car there and recreating it officially, I
Oh
don't know how
yeah.
to do that without paying a lot of money because it's a union lot and they would want to do it right and hire their people and everything. However, there's a lot of Goonies projects in the works that now that you've planted this seed, um, if some of those projects end up having cooperation with the studio and they end up, you see what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
Oh, you need a car
anything in the
for
future is
promotion?
possible. I love your brand. I would love to help you out with that. Let me think about it. Let me think of how I can help you with that because I would love to see that happen too, especially if you're already doing the thing and that's the one piece you need. Like that's good for a story. I just don't know I don't know how you get around it other than we somehow get access for you to have your truck on the lot one day. We get a drive on somehow and then we just shoot it with a cell phone real quick. You know what I mean? Like just jump out and
Right.
shoot it real quick. Like you can't do anything. Oh, there's a setup and multiple takes. Like it's a red flag. They're gonna be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Right. I mean, I would never want to
And
do
whenever
anything.
it came out, by the way, although you know what, it's so
Buddy.
funny. I bet they wouldn't even know. If you actually use the actual spot, I bet Warner Brothers would never even know that it was on their lot.
Just green screen, you know.
Or just literally anywhere else in the world. Because it doesn't look like it did in the movie. That area is all redeveloped.
Right,
It's
right.
all containers now. You can find it on Google Earth. It's literally right behind the mill. So let's do that here. I don't even need to go to Warner Brothers.
Well,
I
it
can
still
just
goes with the whole then and now though, so it doesn't have to necessarily look the same.
Right.
So
And yeah, and it doesn't. I mean, if there's something in the way, I mean, so where the football field was, the best thing that I've got there is the houses in the background, but you turn it around the other way and I don't even think you can see the street. But that's okay because that's what's there now, and that's the whole
yeah,
point.
yeah.
Oh, that's right. They tore that whole thing down, right? I forgot about that.
Yeah, they're building a new building. I believe it's a hospital there now, but they're building a new building behind it. But it does not obscure the houses in the back, so at least there's still some reference to then and now and placing it.
This is just Apple Maps or whatever the heck. Let's see if I can do. This is not ideal, but you can see the big mill. The biggest building is the mill, and then if I can put my finger right there is the alley at which they're shooting in between. That makes it. Ah, god damn it! I fucked that all up. All right, take two. We're gonna figure this out. I wonder if I can add. All right, stand by, stand by. I'm going to try to share my screen, which would be much easier if I can just do that. Or have you guys already done this work? Is there even any point to doing this? Do you guys already know?
I
You
don't
already
know.
know where it is. You just need to get access to it, right?
Um, I know where it is just by the name, but I've never been there. I don't know the layout of the land.
Okay.
I have no idea about any of that.
All right, share screen. Start broadcast. Now let's see if this pops up. If it does, this will be easy. If it doesn't, I don't know what to do. Hey, it popped up. How about that? Display on iPhone is busy. Yeah, but I'm not busy. It's crap. Not busy.
Sometimes trying to map out houses and movie houses and stuff too, using like Google Earth and stuff. They'll be all blurred out
Really?
because whoever lives there now doesn't want it
Oh
accessible. So,
yeah. And you can just make a
but
request to do that,
that's
right?
also how you know. Well, that's definitely the house then because
Yeah.
it's they blurred it out for a reason.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that. Well, anyway, you get the idea. Yes, I know where it is. Yes, it's nearby. Let me think about how we can get you over there, Troy. I don't know. I don't know how to do it. The best thing would be for, more Goonie stuff to be happening in the future, and then they would just do it cooperatingly. You know what I mean? We could just go grab it.
Yeah.
Well, you clearly have one of the better ones out there, so like you could use it as a promotional tool.
That would be my logic. And
Yeah.
also, if we could justify, if you did the openings, if you did a take for take of the opening scene, then they might want that for the project, and it would justify finishing the piece, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Right. Yeah.
Just
So that's
Get
the
a
other.
hold of just get a hold of Mark Marshall and say, "Hey, I got
well,
this idea."
so that's just it. Like that's just like I can bring you over there, Troy. Like we could go over there. Like that's not a thing. But then making a whole video about it and all this and the car, I don't know how to do that yet.
Yeah.
We'll think
And
about it.
in all honesty, I don't foresee Anne making the trip down there. Certainly not driving her, and just Astoria is financially straining to get her there with the car dolly and the same vehicle that I use for my job. You know,
You
it's a
wouldn't drive it,
stretch.
huh?
No.
What's your
I mean,
hesitance there? Is it the that something might happen to it, or that it wouldn't make it?
uh, a little bit of both, maybe.
Okay.
So, just being an automotive technician by trade, the wheels, and this is just the way that they did things back then. But the bolt patterns are oblong. They're not round because they were drilled for multiple sizes of bolt patterns. So
Like an
that's
aftermarket wheel, like
first.
a cheap aftermarket wheel.
Well, no, Western Wheel wasn't really a cheap one, but save costs in
Oh, your
producing.
wheel is an aftermarket wheel. It's not a Jeep wheel that's on there.
No, no, the wheels are.
I knew you said they were really hard to find. I didn't realize they weren't Jeep wheels.
Yeah, so the wheels that are on the one down at the Oregon Film Museum, those are the 10 spoke Jeep wheels,
Laredo.
those two factory.
Right.
These are Western Wheel, and the model is Bullets, and they're different from the ones that were used on there. So the metal on them is actually thicker. So I had to take all of the studs and get longer studs. I had to pull all the studs out of the front diff or the rear diff and the front hubs and get longer studs just so that they would go through so there'd be enough meat for the lug nut to attach to. So I don't want
Is
to
that
get her
something
up.
they would have sold with the wheel back in the day, like an aftermarket wheel today? Or
I
like,
don't
hey, you
know.
buy some spacers, they're going to give you extra, longer lugs or longer studs.
Yeah,
No.
honestly, I
Okay.
really, really don't know.
Okay.
I don't just finding the wheels with the same size and width and the bolt pattern. Just finding those was difficult. I don't know if there's a variation on the thickness of the wheel. So I don't know what they did when they made the Jeep originally, the two Jeeps.
Gotcha.
Um, but I find it hard to believe that back in 1984 they went through all the work in production to change the studs out to fit wheels that almost look like the original wheels anyway.
Yeah, it is weird. It is weird, except that, I think they were trying to show that Mama had tricked her thing out because the brush bar, the fog lights,
Well,
how
I mean, it
calm
was
she
also
was. Like, it was something about Mama and the manual transmission. There were weird choices that I think they
She
were
was kicking all those
intentionally.
other 4x4s' ass too.
Fucking A!
She,
She
she
does!
she got right up to the front like instantly.
I mean,
yeah.
I wouldn't call that that start was a little
She was
suspect.
moving. She was moving. Yeah.
She had a rolling start, but still,
Well,
I
it's
agree.
smarter if she would have just gone into the middle of the pack, but once you get
Yeah.
out to the front, then you're like more visible again. So
Well, yeah, had to get to that hideout. Not going to bring everybody with
mhm,
you.
that's true.
Oh, so going back to like the Miller Meteor and the Dodge Charger generally, and trying to figure out a movie car, I actually asked my wife. It's like, hey, what would you think about us getting a Jeep, painting it black, putting on the front brush guard and some bullet holes in the back? And she said, I'll go for that. We can pull the trigger for that,
Ah,
right? And then I bring this home.
oh my lord.
So fine.
How close were you to like also possibly doing like the Toyota pickup truck from Back to the Future? Because they're
I
kind of similar.
Yeah, I had thought about that myself, but those are extremely rare. Um, so yeah, so this thing had been rolled,
Hmm.
so the roof had to get replaced. Every body panel,
Good
the
lord.
trunk,
Is it
everything on it.
moss or is it rotted? Is it just moss and fucking
That's
mold and
yeah,
stuff?
that's just moss.
Okay.
So that's what the undercarriage used to look like, and then this is what we did. So I stripped the underside is just as beautiful as the outside. I stripped everything off of it, replaced the fuel tank, the brake lines, the axle snubbers, the axle itself, the leaf springs, the everything. I mean everything underneath, all the fuel lines, all the brake lines, everything was replaced. And I'm so detailed that even the nuts and bolts, I ground everything down and repainted absolutely everything in the back. Most people don't get under or on their hands and knees to go and take a look at it. The floorboards were completely rusted out.
Does this car have a clean title?
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. So you
Yeah.
repaired all of this and then made it a safe car again. That's amazing.
Yeah, so that's the driver's side. That's the Flintstone
Uh,
portion right there.
Forgive me for just chiming in. Hey, you guys, Kevin Mindell chimes in. Just remember to tune in. Driving down to Disneyland at the moment. Just about to cross into California. Maybe I'll see Yellow Card drive by. LOL.
Just a
How about
quick drive down to Disneyland.
bolted on a spacers? Easy. Oh, look at that. Good grief. Whoa.
We found a donor vehicle in Oregon. I had the roof cut and sent up. And the reason why the roof was so important, and I'm sure that you guys have, or I'm sure, Jay, you've heard me talk about it before, but so this right here, you see
The raised panels.
It's hard to see, but there's like grooves.
yep, those raised sections right there, that is screen accurate because the sunroofs were put in aftermarket. If the sunroofs had not been put in aftermarket, then on the Fratelli vehicle, then the gasket would have been flat on the top for the sunroof. So there we are. There's Anne without a top. Topless Anne.
She looks like she's at a strip club.
Give me some ones. Yeah, and then just before paint, I know you've seen this already. Seen the wheels, and there we are.
Oh, my Lord. I mean, that's really a jump cut to the finished product there, isn't it? Holy cow. God, that looks good.
No, it's so much more details after you even paint it too, like cleaning up the lenses and side markers and
Oh, so you really have watched them then?
I haven't seen. I mean, I've painted. I used to be a car painter and did a lot of custom stuff too. So
Okay.
I understand. It's like once it's painted, that's just half the that's just half the work. The rest
Totally.
of it's just cleaning and getting everything looking new again,
Yeah,
or
'cause
even replacing them. Yeah,
you can't put the moment you put the crappy old part on, it just looks like shit. So you got to restore
yeah.
everything. Yeah.
And I'm guessing they probably the reason they have the aftermarket roof in there is because they wrote it into the script and then they had to put a sunroof in the car. So it was like an afterthought.
I think it's well, yeah, yeah, I would agree with that first and foremost, but also too lighting. So many other, so many cars
Yeah,
from that
yep.
time period, they would either get something that had a removable or they would cut a hole.
Hmm.
Because it would, the lights used to be so big and hot. Now you just pop a little LED
Yep.
wherever the heck, and nobody breaks a sweat.
Aperture MCs
Yeah.
on right now.
Oh yeah, right. How is your stuff going, Kyle?
uh, Good. We just posted that Back to the Future filming location video yesterday, and it's
Is that doing
getting
well?
like no views, but
Oh,
it's not like something that just happened relevant like the short circuit stuff. So it'll get views over time. It's no big deal.
it's so
Had some funny scenes in there. I was thinking about it today too, and I was just like, I want to make like a Fratelli Jeep RC car because we did a funny RC car scene in our we found the DeLorean RC car at Gamble House. So we went up to Twin Pine Mall and just strapped some 360 cameras to it and filmed with Brian's like buddy who had a DeLorean up there. And then we
seen
just
again.
made some cheesy, yeah, we just made some cheesy AI song about the DeLorean going back to back to the mall and kind of made it like a cheesy edit, which is funny. But I want to do the same thing with the. I was thinking like how fun it would be to do a series where you just do movie car RC cars
Hmm.
in the locations that they're supposed to be in. I mean, you could just do it with your actual Jeep, which is not fair, but there's something kind of comical about having like the RC version of it
Yeah, that's
and
cute.
making it a little cheesy and then putting sound effects on top of it, stuff to make it sound real.
I agree. There's also like an obtainability factor of like, well, anybody could just use their creativity, and you don't
Yeah.
need $100,000 to go buy an RC car and do that.
Yeah.
I like that.
But yeah, I mean, after you got that thing painted, I'm sure that was just the start of the project too. I mean, there's so much more work to do after you get it done painting even. So
Yeah, the inside's not done yet. I mean, I haven't even really started. I got a new glove box and I shot it, painted it before we went down to Astoria, just hoping that I could get signatures on it. And Jay, oh my gosh, thank you again so much for capturing those moments.
Oh,
Oh man, so I mean, you've probably seen it, Kyle. I don't know, but he captured like Carrie Green signing it and then getting a hug from Carrie Green.
That was a nice moment.
Yeah.
That was a
Yeah,
nice
I don't know if
moment
I.
that I don't know what the hell I'm doing really. It's like all kind of just channeling, right? Where does inspiration come from? But it just felt like, nobody else is around to do this. All right, I guess it's my job, and let me get it. And it was a beautiful moment between you guys, you and Carrie
Yeah.
Green. Yeah, it was lovely. Up in the driveway of the Goonies house. Crazy.
That and getting chased by the police too. I mean, granted,
Oh, that
I
was a good
had
one too.
an NDA, but you didn't. So
Yeah, no, I did, but I also was hipped by the production people where things were going to be and when and what. I've got a knack for showing stuff without showing anything, really. Does that make sense?
yeah,
So, you know what I mean? The music cue and 3 seconds of the car going by, people are like, that's enough to wet someone's whistle, not to ruin their documentary. Does that make sense?
right, right, yeah.
It was a weird little in between the lines thing that Nicole taught me a long time ago, and I've just always sort of lived there since. But the visual of the old Jeep being chased by the modern cop car is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I will say that. Pretty cool.
When I saw it, when you had it parked on the street, it looked like you still had the like Fratelli license plates, not your custom plate, but like the actual, like the movie plates with the 1985 tabs on it. Were you driving around with those on? Like, were you getting any shit for that?
For the 40th, um, well, okay. So here in Washington, I think Oregon's the same. I don't know for sure, but here in Washington, we have to have a front and rear plate.
Yeah.
Um, I've just always stuck the real plate in the window, and I've got the screen used plate up front. I've never gotten crap for that.
Hmm.
In the back, when we were down there for the 40th, I was actually swapping the plates. So when we were displaying it, I would have the screen accurate plate and then the legal plate when we were driving it.
Okay.
Oh, I thought
I just saw it parked, so I was just like, is he really driving around with that? Like, I was
last
like,
year,
they might not care, but also they might. I don't know. Do you just
yeah,
have like magnetic magnets popping on, or do you just swap them in the window?
no, I've got a screwdriver that I bring with me, and this year though, I left the screen accurate plate on the back, and I just had the rear plate like stuck in between the rubber on the inside of the window, and just rolled with it.
Hmm.
So I
Yeah, I know.
mean,
Sometimes for like car shows, people have those like magnet adapters where you can just like pop on a fake plate and take it off when you're done,
right?
just to
Yeah.
cover your plates and stuff. So
Sorry. My bad. Sorry. I was listening to everything, but I also refilled my coffee. But I love the conversation because I bet you get asked that a lot.
Actually, that's the first time.
Really? Oh, we used to get it all the time with the at a time because I would drive around on it. It was like,
Yeah,
look at it, it's a time machine. Like, give me a break. You know what I mean? Give me a break.
yeah, that's not
actually,
the like that's like the least legal thing that's on the car anyway. So really
Yeah, there's
legal.
so much military surplus on the back. If you looked too carefully, you'd
Yeah,
be like, I don't know.
yeah. You know when people get tickets for putting a pine tree on their like mirror for obstructed view, I'm sure everything on that car could be considered obstruction of view.
Yeah, and a potential hazard, potential road
Yeah.
hazard. Yeah, everything is non-DOT compliant. I'm sure.
well, every single Jeep Cherokee ever produced, 84 and up, has always had a passenger side mirror. So they could dock me for that if they wanted to.
Yes, except that, but I don't think it's a law that your vehicle must have one. It's
I think it
only
has
the
to have a
left one is what the
driver
law
mirror.
says. It must
Yeah,
have a left
yeah.
one, driver's side.
So
Because even like old Honda Civics used to come like CRXs came out without the passenger mirror.
Yep.
So little known fact though, I did a little stint with police for a couple of years, and just
Hang on.
for
To be
instance,
clear, meaning you worked with the police for a bit, not
yes,
I did a little overnighter that turned into. Okay, got it.
yeah, Mesa City Police for a little while, and as far as like center high mount brake lights, if they don't work, you can be ticketed for it, because the original safety equipment on the vehicle is inoperative.
Ah,
So if it's produced with the mirror and the officer knows this, that's the whole thing, is they would have to know
Hmm.
this. Then they could, if they wanted to give you shit, they could.
I would just be like, I mean, no, this is how it came. Even here, look at this picture of this one from the Goonies. Even that one doesn't have it either.
one of the most famous
It's
ones
just
there ever
it's just say
was.
it's a 1983 thing.
It's pretty funny. I never noticed it wasn't there until I noticed it not being there on your car, and then you explained it to me, Troy. I never noticed in the movie that there was a blank plate.
Did you
They
notice?
just do it for camera angles and stuff, right?
I believe so. When Francis is leaning out the window to do his shooting, I think that's why they took that off.
Yeah.
And again, I've got conflicting stories from Randy on different things. He doesn't know why the tail light was missing on the beach scene. I have behind the footage or behind the scenes. We've all seen pictures of the Jeep on the beach. Behind the scenes, both tail lights are there. But when that helicopter does that pull away at the last, when they're on the beach and they're like flying past all the other vehicles,
Yeah?
passenger side taillights completely gone.
Really?
Hmm.
Interesting. Huh.
Yeah.
Maybe it fell off or something. It's-
Wow, isn't that interesting?
Oh,
Even then, it would still be hanging by the thing, like somebody
oh, that's true.
disconnected it.
That's true. Yeah.
Huh.
Well, it always takes me out a little bit when you see movies and they like cars don't have headrests in them.
So I was going to say
Like,
that's one of the first things they usually take out is the rear view
yeah.
mirror and the headrests. When they prep it for a shoot. So I thought maybe the side view mirror might have been part of that prep. Again, to get it out
Yeah,
of the way because the camera was going to be playing so close there to Francis and Mama. No, not Francis. The other one.
Jake?
Whatever. Joey Pants and Mama.
Yeah, Francis.
It is Francis. Okay.
Yeah, which is funny because where those bullet holes are, Francis would have been dead. Sorry.
Well, that's funny. That's very funny.
Well, I mean, they could have shot some of the scenes at different times too, and that's why there's some like issues with the continuity on it too. And I don't, I can't explain the
It would
tail
have been
light,
all
but
second
yeah,
unit. Yeah, everything with those. Other than the Jeep when they're in it and you can see them in it, it all would have been second unit.
yeah. If you want to see like the worst version of continuity on movie cars, go watch Fast and the Furious. Like that green Eclipse has like 4 different bumpers on the car at different times. Graphics are in slightly different spots. The tail lights, I mean, it's
The cars
awful.
have 18 gears as well. There's a lot of problems in that.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, yeah.
It takes
And quarter
45
miles
minutes to
take
get up
like
to 60.
3
to go-
minutes.
They
Yeah.
do a quarter of a mile. Streets
How many-
closed, pizza boy.
How many did they have of each?
Oh, it probably had 5 or 6 of each of the Eclipse, anyways. But well, because like the car has a Blitz body kit on it, but then in some scenes it has a stock rear bumper, and then another scene it's got a Blitz body kit with the middle cut out. The ones with the flames coming out, which is the dumbest scene to put the stock bumper on the car, because it's a close up of the exhaust pipe, and it's like, well, that's the stock bumper. All of a sudden, like, what the hell's going on here?
Oh, that's so funny.
There were a
Those-
load of those cars, I will tell you that, and we all thought it was bullshit.
They probably just didn't have the money to put multiple body kits on multiple Eclipses, so they just said paint the bumper green,
Nope.
and then they
Money was not an issue. I assure you. I watched them build those cars at what the fuck is it called? Cinema Vehicle Services, CVS.
yeah.
Anyway,
I know Craig Lieberman
we all were
always
like, this
talk
is bullshit.
about it,
They're
but
not finished. All these carbon hoods. I'm like, paint it. And they're like, no, this is how they do it, and whatever the fuck, and that's what the movie's about. And we're like, what the fuck? I thought it was so stupid. And then they created some car culture that never existed here in LA. I've got a whole thing about this. Don't get me started.
it definitely existed after the movie.
But they created it. They brought
know,
Asian car
yeah.
culture to Los Angeles with the movie, implying it was already here, which it was not.
Mhm.
Weird. And then now it's here. By the way, no problem with that. But it's just like it's weird to make it like it did, and
Yeah.
it's manifest destiny.
They took East Coast car culture and brought it to West Coast.
Not even. I mean, Eastern.
Because I mean, I used to go down to the Daytona Beach hot import night stuff like pre Fast and the Furious, and that's very
Okay.
much the look down there. And in
Yeah.
Minnesota, we were starting that all as well up here, and then that catapulted it a lot, and made people want metal wings and shit. So
I mean, that would make sense that tuner culture hit Florida before California. Just the
Yeah,
way
Miami.
that makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah, yeah. Huh. And then the second one is all Miami, right?
Mhm.
Ironically, the one I think is probably the best movie is the departure film, that Tokyo Drift. I think that's the best movie.
It's the one that the actual car community took over because
That's what
it's got
happened? For real?
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Well,
well,
even like Han
it
was an
shows.
actual car guy, and he wasn't an
Sun Kang,
actor.
yeah.
Yeah, and all the stunt driving was done by God, what's his name? He's a rally car champ, also drift car guy.
Ken Block, Travis Pastrana,
Not Travis.
Tanner
God, what's his name?
Faust.
Tanner Faust. Yeah, he did all the scenes up the ramps and stuff, and yeah, that like people from Super Street and everyone were like, we're gonna make this movie better this time. I think that's one of the movies that's not directed by the same guy.
I think Rob Cohen only did the first one, I thought, but maybe I'm wrong about
He
that.
did he did the first, second, and then like the follow ups later, I think. But
Really? I
I
didn't
thought,
realize that.
yeah, or produced, but
He's the
see,
I
this is
did
what happens.
Pizza Boy, Streets Closed, Pizza Boy. That's the
Yeah, yeah,
director,
yeah.
Rob
Yep.
Cohen.
Don't you love when DPs or directors put themselves in movies, though?
Well, what's
Love it.
worse too is he was like such a he wasn't even a feature DP or anything. He was like a music video guy, and that's why we get the
Yeah.
that kind of manic.
Who's
sort of-
who's the DP of Back to the Future again? What's his name?
Dean Kundi?
Dean Cundey. Do you know, I finally realized he's in Back to the Future 3.
Smile, gentlemen.
He's the photographer taking the photo of the 1885 clock tower.
You get it?
Never
He's the
saw that before. I
photographer?
finally
Get
saw
it?
that. Yeah, I finally saw that one day and was like, I mean, I knew like Short Circuit has, he's in, holding the news camera when Stephanie's door and stuff, but
Do you
John
have
Badham.
the Blu-rays of Back to the Future,
Mhm.
or do you have it on like Apple TV or a streamer or something?
I
where you can
have
get
like
the bonus
6
feature?
copies of Back to the Future of every platform. Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called, but there's a bonus feature with me and Dean Kundi going over our time machine. That I guess it would have been probably the 25th anniversary, whenever the Blu-ray
Okay.
first came out, that blue box.
I have the like flux capacitor box, whatever that one was.
Gotcha. Maybe that might have come out more recent. That sounds pretty cool. I don't have that. But he's a really
think
nice
we
guy, and
took-
he's done so many of the
yeah.
movies, Jurassic Park, and I mean, like
Yeah.
so many huge movies.
Well, pretty much every Spielberg movie, right?
I don't know.
Because I think he did Indiana Jones. I think he did.
He wouldn't
E.T.,
have done the first
like all
Indiana
those.
Jones. Maybe
Yeah,
later.
no,
maybe.
yeah.
Maybe.
We met him at NAB one year. He was doing an interview in one of the booths.
Fascinating man, didn't you think?
Yeah.
The way he
Well,
speaks
normally-
is like
yeah.
there's so much thought going on in his head before the words come out.
Normally at NAB too, like those kind of guests are usually doing the big convention hall stuff. But he was just like in one of the booths doing his stuff, and I'm like, dude, that's like one of the most famous DPs probably of all time, right there. Just
Yeah.
not in a big, like small crowd because you had to kind of walk by to even know he was talking. And I think he was at one of the DJI booths talking about the Ronin or something like that.
Funny. I know we've talked about it a bunch here, but when we did the Back to the Future shoe thing at Lone Pine Mall, pet peeve of mine. It's like, has anyone seen the movie? It's Lone Pine Mall now. They lit, they had the whole crew come out, as many of the old crew as they could. So Dean was there, and he lit it like he did for the movie, with like the guys who did it for the movie and remembered going through the bushes and where they plugged stuff in. It was really, really wild to see him work in an environment that I'd already seen his work.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It would be amazing to just watch him go light a commercial for a car or anything, because it's Dean
Did
Kundi,
he-
right? I'm sure no matter
Did
what he
he
does with
do
the movie.
Goonies?
But he might have actually done Goonies, come to think of it.
Because I'm pretty sure I thought he just did like everything Spielberg
he
did.
He might have. Well, but he does Zemeckis too, I think. And Back to the Future. Anyway, so talented. But to be there and then have him calling out things to do, and then have them, each little thing 5, 10, 15 minutes later, as it gets activated out in the distance, becomes that iconic image that you know so well.
Yeah. Nick McLean did Goonies.
There you go.
Well, he's listed as cinematographer, but yeah, they don't have a director of photography on here, so it's
It's the
probably
same
that.
role. Cinematographer is the
Yeah,
same role.
yeah. I'm listed as a cinematographer on IMDb for some reason too.
Well, then you, sir, are a DP. Whenever I do these with Brandon, he calls it a DOP up in Canada. Now I
Director,
don't know
yeah,
if he's.
that's them Canadians up there.
Is it? Or I thought it was just him trying to not say DP.
No, I think it might be a Canadian thing up there because I've heard
Gotcha.
that in Minnesota too.
Gotcha. So I've sort of steered
We
him over
totally
to
just sidetracked
cinematographer.
your. See, this is what I'm talking about. We if you let us, we will go off topic like crazy. The
Oregonian
beauty of
Dave
live
says
streams.
sometimes location scouts put themselves in movies. Do tell, Oregonian Dave. And how come you're not here? I could be the only guy with hair in a mosaic. I guess I
See, I
already
just
am, but
don't
we
feel.
could add a
I'm
guy.
a
We could
hat
add a
guy. I'm a
guy.
hat guy. So
We could, if I added a third one, it really would look like that Sesame Street. One of these things is not like the other. One of these things is not the same.
I
it'll
used
be full beard. It'll be full beard, partial beard, and no beard. That's what it would be.
We're
Are
waiting
you
for you,
adding the
Dave. I got the
fourth?
box already. Got the box already. If you want to join, you know where we are. What the fuck? 2 hours already? Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
I haven't shut the fuck up. This is interesting.
So yeah,
Somebody watching
I
today?
got in our video. I got all your glove box autographs and stuff on there and stuff. That was pretty cool. Your seats though, aren't those the correct seats too though?
no.
They're
The
not.
correct
Okay.
seats are vinyl, and mine the headrest is right, but the seats aren't.
Okay. I thought when I saw it, I thought it looked like the right seats too. So
The seat
at
in the
least it might
back
be.
is, but it's the wrong color.
Okay.
So oh man, finding that rear seat, I found it pretty early on because that was another reason for deciding to try and like do this. Jeeps are common, and the parts are plentiful, and they should be cheap, right?
So we thought.
No,
Nope.
yeah, trying to
It's
find
been
good.
just enough time. If you tried this 10 years ago, I bet you would have had a better shot, but it's been just enough time.
I was apprehensive in even doing this because, like, 6 years ago, I was like, oh, The Goonies, great movie. I love it. I didn't know about the groups. So I thought it was still going to, like, slowly diminish. And I didn't want to be that 60-year-old guy out with his classic car on a Sunday, like, look at me, the Goonies, you know?
Pulling the chairs out at the car show so you can go sit behind it with your little sign of frequently asked questions. Yes, yes.
Yes,
I'm not
yes.
even knocking it. I'll be that guy someday.
But seeing how everything started happening, and then Bayman buying the house, Bayman and Liz. I mean, that was like I don't know, paramount. It was just like amazing. It was huge for the whole community, and to be purchased by somebody that is a good person and that wants to share the Goonies community, dude, it's amazing.
Yeah, I agree. And you didn't know him before, right? You met him through all of this. And
Correct. Yeah.
yeah,
In
that's
fact,
amazing.
it's been shown. It's out there. So I'm new to the whole NDA thing, right? So
Okay.
if something's already been shown and it's out there and it's being used, I can talk about it, right?
Nope.
No,
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's good logic, but it has nothing to do with the document you signed.
Yeah, okay. Huh.
See, I'm very familiar with it from all the camera releases and stuff from companies, and it's usually like even if a leak photo got out and it somehow got back to you, that's might
Right.
be it. You might end up in court for that one,
Now
Huh.
and out with a lot of
somebody
money.
official starts talking about it, and now it becomes part of common knowledge, and it's part of the culture, whatever. Now I think you're probably in the clear. However, your document still holds you to what you agreed,
Okay.
even though the CEO of the company is now talking about whatever you're not supposed to say,
Yeah, unless you have like a specific time, like for
like an
when I do
embargo.
cameras, they say on an embargo release day, then I can talk about it. But if they want to talk about it, that's their prerogative.
Right.
But it
Or if
still
somebody else leaks it,
leads
that's their
you, yeah,
prerogative, but it doesn't affect you
yeah.
and your commitment.
Okay.
Seems like it
I
should.
did just sign I did sign a recent NDA with this guy, but it's
Oh,
weird because I can actually still talk about it, which I
Yeah,
don't.
that's weird. And then some you sign because of proprietary technology and stuff, but they actually want you to talk about the thing.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like a
I'm
partial
supposed to put
NDA.
out videos on this still, so yeah, it's. But yet, still can't talk about specs, even though they've already posted all the specs. It's weird.
so here I can talk in generalizations. So when Bayman bought the house, I noticed that he was having everybody come there and do the truffle shuffle, and I noticed something was missing.
Oh, did you do that?
So
Did you
yeah,
bring that? I'm the first one to ever use it.
I made that.
Amazing. Go ahead. Tell people what you made. I'm impressed. Because Bayman
Um,
pulled it out. You had already delivered it or brought it or whatever, but it was in the basement, and then he brought it out. He goes, "You're the first one to use this," and then we made
wow,
our
really?
video. Yeah, but that would have been 6 months before the 40th anniversary when the house was still the old house, and it was still empty, and it was still an
Right.
idea. All of this was an idea.
Yeah. I saw I saw that something was missing, and it's like, you know something,
Pull up my
I need
pictures.
to do something about that because that's within my budget, that's within my power. I don't think anybody else is going to beat me to the punch with it.
Nope.
So I like found one that was very close for the one that was used in the movie. I poly resined. I put spikes on the bottom so it wouldn't move. I put sand on the top so that being in the Pacific Northwest, people aren't going to slip on it. The pot that's there, concrete, um, spikes into the log. It's not going to move. It's not going to break. Everything was thought of being used. So yeah, so I presented that to him, and that was kind of like the first time that we had met.
Hmm.
Anybody know what we're talking about?
Oh, that's fantastic. And
Isn't that funny?
they're even the same type of flowers too,
Hmm.
and the same pot
So the stump, yeah, the stump and the flowers.
and the
Good for
tag and the
you, man.
flower.
That's awesome. What a cool
Hey,
thing to. Oh,
Jay, put up your comment real quick again. I keep wanting to mention this every time. Every time I see that photo, I think it looks like chef reactions,
oh, that's funny.
doesn't it? I mean, here, let me tilt it so.
I mean, I don't know who that
Way.
guy is, but it definitely looks the same as that.
Yeah, it's he's a TikTok guy he's a chef that just comments on people's like horrible like recipes. It's if you start watching his channel, you won't stop. It's hilarious. But every time I see that photo, I'm like, oh, is that chef reactions?
Oh,
Oh, that's cool.
And the
yay!
old house before it was redone. So cool.
Do we know what the story is with that whole documentary at this point? Is it sitting on a desk somewhere?
Literally. But it's a good desk to be on, I'll tell you that.
I think you heard it. I think you were talking about this at one point, like sitting on
Not going to say it here.
someone
Not going to say
with
it
a
here.
yeah.
Not going to
Yep.
say it here.
Yep.
Nope.
But they're all working on it, and I think
Okay.
it's going to be great when it's time. And I am like,
I'm chomping
I
at the
get
bit,
more and
man.
more excited about it the more I see of it. I saw the sizzle way back when I wasn't supposed to see the sizzle, and I saw a little bit more of some stuff I wasn't. And it's just kind of like, I can't even tell you what I saw, but it's really a good quality thing.
Is this
When it does come out, people are going to
a
love it.
legal? Okay, is this like a legal IP thing that they're
Yeah,
signing off, waiting to
of
sign off?
course
Okay.
it is. Yeah, this is a big franchise. Yeah,
I just didn't know if they already had that prior to making it. So
none of my business. Don't know.
yeah.
Yeah, I was privy to a little bit, and it made me cry. Which doesn't take much, apparently, but
Well, I'm the same, Troy, but so I'm with you. So, the first time I watched what I watched, I'm in airport bar by the Burbank Marriott. You know what I mean? But then the second time, I was on the porch of the Goonies house, and it hit a little different. And you're right about that. Like, holy shit, you hear the music, you look out, and you're like, oh my god, okay.
That's where I just stayed last week, Jay. Was at the Burbank Marriott.
I thought you meant at the bar.
Well, that's where everyone stay. Guests from Late Night Playset stay at the.
Well, we flew into LAX, but it was near where the event for the camera thing was, so
But
that's
isn't
why
that
we
where they
stayed
usually?
there.
That's where they usually throw the Hollywood show as well, isn't it? So like,
I guess so.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
think
It,
it
it
is.
wasn't
A
that
big
expensive,
signing.
but it was nice.
big signing thing. I feel like you'd be good for that. Kevin Mindell says, "Oh yeah, baby, a very good desk." Yeah, what's happening? I hear it. Hello.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Okay.
It was doing that at the beginning of the show too.
I know, but I thought it was Troy, and then he fixed it.
Hmm.
And then I'm good over here. All my signal's good over here.
Hmm.
So it says.
Blame it on the new guy.
It's
I'll
like
take this.
it's like everything's working. We just don't know what you're doing. I'm like, oh yeah, me neither. That's the weird thing about the hangs. Oh, and then the other thing is, so Roger is doing his show simultaneously right now. I think that's why a bunch of people dropped off, because the Gizmo. So here's the backstory with that. He was so nice and reached out to me, and he's like, I don't want to. Like, what do you think? Is it cool? And my position on that is, I don't know. I go to a place where there isn't somebody, and then I'll set up a thing. And we kind of talked about that in the beginning. But he was so respectful about it, and the truth is I really don't care. So my response to him was, buddy, do whatever's best for you, because, like, we don't even have a schedule. We winged it the first time, and we've been sort of like, oh, it's Friday and it's afternoon. I guess maybe we'll go live again tonight. It's just, there's no plan to any of this. So I wouldn't want whatever this isn't to get in the way of an idea you have to do something that's important to you. And I tried to make that clear to him, and he really seemed to get it. I think he was maybe looking for permission or something, and like, you don't need it, buddy. I appreciate it. Appreciate the nod. But like, I can't wait to find out what he did on his thing. And then, like,
This is
last
the-
week, if Dustin came back and did a regular thing, then this could go away too, and we could just do his thing. So I don't know what any of this is, but the fact that Roger's doing something too, and Dustin may or may not come back, that might leave the future of this in flux. But currently, I don't know what we're doing. I love talking to you guys, and I love seeing everybody, and I love hanging out and keeping the thing alive. But I also am at a point where, like, I've done a lot of podcasts, and it's like, well, if we're not doing it for something, why are we doing it? Kyle, you've done a bunch too, and obviously, Troy, you've gone live forever. What's the what's your take on anything I just said?
I feel like for me, at least for my main camera channel, I do our live stream with Paul Feinberg, who was in my Back to the Future video this week. For us, it's like just another way to interact with people that, at best you might like a comment or like reply to a comment, but now you can do it live.
Right.
So it's more connecting with, because when you're doing like YouTube camera stuff, and I'm sure the same with your vlogs, you don't have any concept of who's watching. Those people aren't like real. They're not there. They're not real until you actually meet them. And then that can be weird at times too. But having it in a live stream, like I've started to like pre-meet people in a way to where all of a sudden we do see someone at an event and you already know who they are. So that's what I love about live streams. But a lot of people watch the live streams after they go live on your channel too, after you're done filming live. So, because you might see 20, 30 people pop in during the live, but you might get 500-600 views on it afterwards. So, so it's I don't know, but I like the way we did our stuff where we had that game show with a guest, and it's always fun to see the guests also like interaction with their fans and people's chiming in, trying to guess the answers of the questions and stuff themselves. So I just love the interactiveness of live streams. It's fun.
Yeah.
That's something that I always made sure that I did with all my with the people that did watch. So I always made sure that I vlogged to the audience that I had, not the audience that I wanted. And then I
Yeah.
just hoped that it would grow. And I mean, it did. But once I'm not sure if I said this, but I used to do Halloween all the time. And then my son was born, and then it turned into more of just a daily vlogging channel. So the banner in the background up there, go the opposite. Halloween Hellmouth. That was the name of the haunted house. So that's what that banner is from, and that's what the channel was called when I was doing it. And then we
Wow.
rebranded to Beyond 1031, which sounds religious. It is not. You think about it. October 31st, 1031, Beyond 1031. So it's a family channel. It's beyond Halloween now.
I don't get it. I'm sorry.
I don't have a
Like,
glass.
it sounds religious. It's not. It's paganistic and demon worshiping.
Oh, God. Oh, my. That I've heard
It's
before.
like Halloween, but it's one more. Sorry.
That's a good Austin Powers right there.
Thanks, man.
You know, I watched I randomly watched Mystery Men last night, and it made me want it made me when you're watching Paul Rubens, it made me wish that him and Mike Myers did a movie together. Because like I got a lot of like Austin Powers vibe off his character, probably because of the teeth he had, fake teeth he had in there. But I'm just like, man, those two guys could have been hilarious together too.
You're not wrong, but there were so many other people he was playing. That movie is a weird one for me. I saw that
I
that
love that
movie came
movie.
out like right when I moved to LA, and I saw it at Universal Odeon right across the freaking thing here. I really wanted to like that movie. Janine Garofalo. I knew Dane Cook at the time, and this was his first movie, as far as I can recall. Um, uh,
Ben
all the people
Stiller.
in it. Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
We said Ben Stiller, but yeah, Paul Rubens. Who am I missing? It's like 5 different people. Who am I missing out here?
Kel Mitchell, like Keenan and Kel, or yeah,
Oh yeah,
Keenan and
you're
Kel.
right. Cal
Yeah,
of Keenan and Kel. Yeah,
yeah.
he's great. Actually, I'm a big fan of his. I like him.
Well, it's the guy from like Pirates of the Caribbean, like the
Oh,
what's
it
his
is.
name?
The
Yeah,
bad guy,
yeah. Well, he's with Johnny Depp, whatever his name
Jeffrey
is.
Rush, right?
Jeffrey Rush. Yeah, yep. It's got and Eddie Izzard.
Oh, I forgot about it.
He's
All
one
right,
of the
so
bad
you know what?
guys.
Maybe I need to revisit it
Yeah,
again. Janine Garofalo,
it's such a
Paul.
bad movie, but it's such a
It's
good
so
movie at the
bad.
same time.
The bowling ball with the fucking thing. Oh, it's so bad. So
uh,
bad.
William H Macy. Yeah, and this is like fresh off of like Fargo,
Yeah, no,
like
you're right.
Oscar
It's
winning,
a year or two after Fargo. Oh my gosh, yeah.
which
Yeah, that
makes you
movie
wonder
wasn't
why
good.
any of these people signed on for this movie. But
And
I don't know. It's
Universal was
one of those
promoting
movies
the
I
shit
just
out of it. They thought it was going to be huge, and it was not.
yeah.
It was like a fake
I still like
superhero
it.
movie.
Well, it was a slight parody too. It had like Tim Burton meets like Jane Silent Bob or something like that. Like
Hmm. Oh, interesting. I know what you mean with the independent kind of feel.
well, it had like a little bit of the Tim Burton esque city vibe, but then it had the bright colors and um. I feel like it needed a little bit. They had a lot of shots where they're doing close up shots of them getting dressed and stuff. And all I could think of is I just need the Edgar Wright push and zoom on those instead of like just the fixed camera. But
You're kind of right in that there was a lot. It was montagey, wasn't it? It was montagey a
mm,
couple times. Yeah.
yeah, I'd be lying if I didn't want to make a shoveler cosplay at some point.
So back to your original point was Paul Rubens and Mike Myers together.
Could have been a funny duo.
Did anybody see The Pentaveret on Netflix?
Mm.
I don't know if I could call it good, but I did enjoy it. I did find it. I didn't expect to like it. And I finished the whole thing. It's interesting. It's kind of it's Mike Myers' take on the Illuminati and higher.
Oh no! I
Stonemasons
started watching that. Yeah, I just never finished it.
It's so I feel like
It's
if
weird.
you're aware of the subject, if you're the kind of person who watches Ancient Aliens and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Then I feel like you know that sort of subject matter enough that it's very entertaining to see in a parody type form. If you don't get the material that they're parodying, that's a
Hmm.
that's a waste of time, and go watch something else.
Yeah.
Um, which is funny because that's the childhood I grew up on, seeing all the parodies first. I saw Smokey and the Bandit first. I saw, whatever, all the comedies first. Airplane. And it wasn't until I was like in my 30s that I realized that, oh, they're based on other movies. Who knew? Spaceballs,
Yeah.
even. Like I was young.
Yeah, there's a Star Wars movie
Spaceballs.
that's ripping off Spaceballs. Did you ever watch the Weird Al Yankovic movie?
Which one?
The one that was a couple years ago?
Oh, the weird?
Yeah, weird. Yeah.
No, I didn't actually see
With like a guy from Harry Potter. What's his name? You should see that movie. You should really go find it and watch that movie.
it. Oregonian Dave just knocked it out of the park with this comment. Best comment of the night. Hey now, you're a rock star. That was the song for the trailer and maybe the whole movie for Mystery Men.
Hmm.
You remember that? Smash Mouth?
I literally watched it last night. I heard it last night.
Rad. I'm sorry to cut you off, guys.
Yeah.
I realized I'm hungry. I wonder if that's it. If I seem a little distracted or like squirrel, I realize like, oh, I haven't eaten today. And it's, 7:30 at night.
Yeah, I might not stay too long tonight because my wife's she's getting out, heading down to Amazon tomorrow. Down to
Literally Amazon.
the equator.
The actual South American Amazon.
Oh,
Dr. Jones is going on another adventure.
Yeah. Yep. And I got invited, and I was like, snakes, spiders, everything
No.
that wants to kill you. No, no thanks.
No, I'm with you.
And then she showed me where she was actually kind of going, and I was like, well, shit, even Adam the Woo went there, and I should probably would have been cool. It would have been like kind of going to Mexico, but
I don't want to do that either.
yeah, I just took like 5 days off for go to California. So
The only quote unquote agenda, the only thing that was listed was that Troy was going to be here and he was going to tell us about his Jeep. So I feel like not only did he do that, we learned a lot more about Troy, stuff he probably doesn't even want to have shared. So like we've also done it. So I mean, if this is a 2.5 hour one, fine by me. I don't care.
I don't know if he still got more to talk about on his Jeep. I think we just kind of scratched the surface a little bit too, right?
I could talk about this like all night. I mean, okay.
What's
So,
been the hardest
Well,
part
you
so
get
far?
ki-
Troy? Let me
well-
ask you a couple questions. I'll poke
Sure.
and prod a little bit.
Sure.
This whole thing has been a labor of love, and none of it has been easy. But has there been something that has been like such a headache, or the impossible to find part, or like, what's been a real thorn in your side for this?
Money.
You're right, because that would make everything easier. Okay.
No,
Next.
before I started this tonight, I did look up the price for a brand new Jeep Cherokee.
$23,000.
No, about
What is it?
about 38.
Wow. Okay. Back in the 80s, I would think that would have been that's high.
I could have bought a new one with what we put into this.
Yeah, no, we're on different pages here. I think Troy spec'd out a brand new Jeep Grand
Yeah.
Cherokee, and he's saying that he.
Well, I thought
Not
I thought you meant like you looked up.
$1984.
Okay, I thought you looked up the price of a 1983 Jeep Cherokee, and I was like 23 grand. That seems about right.
He's looking
No.
at the 84 in the parking lot, and he's going, "Wow,
Yeah,
I could
yeah.
have a 2027."
Yeah.
Well, I would think of 2027. You must be talking base model if it's only 40 grand or whatever.
Apples to apples, this was a base
Yeah.
model. So
True, that's true.
As
yeah.
base as it gets, actually, really, right?
Yeah.
Because it did have roll-up windows.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
you
no
do,
power
too?
door lock. Power door locks and power windows were options, and they did not have either one. Neither one of them had rear defroster strips. One of them had a rear wiper. The other one did not have a rear wiper. So the standard transmission they used did not have a rear wiper blade. The automatic did, and that's how you can tell which ones they used.
The no defroster strip is also a very common order spec for a movie car. The
Very
Knight Rider
common.
cars also had no defroster in that rear window, no tint, no
Oh.
defrost. So if you look at a rear of a Knight Rider car, it's just a big sheet of curved glass.
Wow.
Same as your panel.
Okay. From what I understand, and I know you and I have talked briefly about this, I'm still looking for the original too, and I'm not forgetting your question. And I think that there were just two. There's been rumors there's three, but I know there's two because of the rear wiper, no rear wiper. So there were definitely two. Both of them were heroes. Um,
Three makes sense
but
to me. Three
uh,
makes sense to me because you've got interiors, exteriors. You're driving around. Like three makes sense to me. Also, that's kind of what they send. You know, if you're going to get a product placement from a thing, you ask for three, you get three. They say, we can only send you two. Maybe you deal with two, but think of it: DeLoreans, original Knight Riders. Like it's just always three. It's always three.
Mm.
And then talk to us when you need more. That kind of thing.
so it's also not exactly. I'm not exactly 100% sure that they were 84s. I do know that 84 was the first year of the new body style, like I said, but new models come out in July. This was filmed in October.
Well,
So there's a
yeah, but not
possibility.
necessarily the first year, maybe. Or you know that for sure that the second
Yeah.
year of the Cherokee came out in July.
New models always come out in about July. They always have.
I agree, except sometimes there's a delay on that when you launch a new model. So if they
Okay.
just launched a new model, they wouldn't necessarily, like there may be it may be offset, is all I'm saying,
Okay.
if it was brand new for 84.
That's
When did
certainly
they shoot the
possible.
movie? Was October, you said?
October, yeah. So they were there for Halloween, and I think they with where's this book at? I just had his
So
book. Hold on.
so it's plausible that they're 85s. Yeah, I mean that does make sense.
I mean,
That's close
it,
enough.
You should
yeah.
just find someone who's on the production department and see if they have any of the old bill of sales for the
Well,
Jeeps.
we're long into that process. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
he's been
So
trying it. We've got the product placement company, and Troy's done a lot of work on this, and I'm helping him now. And
and I
if
mean
you have any ideas, definitely for sure. But I think we can get to the bottom of it eventually.
it's difficult because I'm nobody when it comes to like calling these companies. They have no reason to talk to me. They're I mean they don't want to be bothered with this. This was 1984. There's nothing in it for them. It's the way that I look at it. So man, trying to get information about what happened to them, or even where they came from or where they went. All I have is like bits and pieces.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
That's why
doesn't make
it's like
sense. Whoever told you they left him up there, that just doesn't make sense to me, especially when they were a new model. Like it just
Yeah.
doesn't make sense.
So that was the other thing. Is my thoughts is that yes, they could have been 85s, but if I'm giving a production company a vehicle and not asking anything in return for essentially product placement, I'm going to use the 84.
Yeah, especially if there's
Because
no difference. Yes, I'm going to sell the
right,
85, put it on the line, and give you the 84. Of course, I agree.
yeah.
Definitely.
So here's something I'm not sure if I've shown
Occam's
this.
razor comes into play so much when we're doing this kind of archaeology.
The what?
Occam's razor, the simplest solution generally tends to be the correct one.
Right.
It's so often true when it comes to this type of studio archaeology because there wasn't an angle. They were just get it done, get it done, get it done. Whatever's easiest, whatever's fastest.
And see, you would be the one to talk to about like trying to find the individual that did this stuff to the Jeeps, the one that actually put this stuff together. And I
Yeah.
mean, just for instance, I mean, I have no idea who to contact.
Who was the transportation coordinator on the movie?
Um,
That's the guy who's dead, right? So we have the captain. We only have the transportation captain.
um,
The coordinator is the one who would have had that
yeah,
info.
yeah. John Reed was a coordinator, and he passed away. Randy White was a captain, and him and I have a good relationship. I've got his number, and we talk every once in a while.
Does he know
We
who the picture company was? Who? Oh, well, we have the supplier. We have that company. What we need is the who modified it. Yeah, he doesn't know. Like it might have been their shop.
mm,
If the
yeah.
coordinator did a bunch of stuff, he might have had his own shop.
So, like I said,
Yeah, we'll get to
he's
the bottom of
older. Yeah, and some things conflict. In fact, he said that he believes that both of them went to scrap yards They may have appeared as background vehicles in other productions, but they went to scrap yards because of the structural integrity of the sunroofs. They couldn't release them back into public.
That actually makes a tremendous amount of sense because if it doesn't have a factory sunroof, it's got that rollover beam right there, doesn't it? So you have to cut that to put in the sunroof. So now it's not structured. I mean, honestly, dude, that is a case for they left them in Oregon. I know we know that they didn't because of other stuff, but that answer checks out.
Okay.
Because if they
Well, that
can't
and the bullet
resell
holes,
it,
you know.
you know what I mean? All of a sudden, if the guy wouldn't even put his wife in it, right? Then it's not usable for anything but. And nobody knew that movie was going to be what it is today. And it's not, I mean, the car's in the movie for fucking 30 seconds in the beginning, you know? I know it's a couple minutes. I'm not trying to. I'm saying, to the coordinator's point, you know what I mean? When,
Right.
Well, if you think about even like having to search for the old DMC DeLoreans, you're talking about them finding those. They found the like factory receipts of purchases of those, but that's from a tiny little company, not Jeep, and that's from a very iconic movie car that's a character in the movie. So like even that was a hard find where people try to find the original receipts from DMC. Granted, now the factory went under, so keeping those records would have been
so
kind
you're,
of
but they
challenging.
didn't buy them from DMC. They bought them from individual. They sourced them. The company was out of business already, so they sourced them as 3 used cars. For Back to
Okay.
the Future.
Well, I
Is
mean,
that
I
what
just
you're
remember
talking
from those like, I just remember from like the documentaries and even the expedition thing where they had like the original receipts from the purchases of the cars to Universal Studios.
Yeah, the Expedition Back to the Future thing is very, very fake. I mean, let's all
Okay.
acknowledge that. That was movie magic for the thing.
Okay.
They acknowledge cars in that aren't even real or screen used. But to your point, somebody may have checked the 3 VINs of the real cars and gone back to where they were originally sold. And, oh, this one was New Jersey and this one was Florida
Okay.
and this one was California or something like that. Makes sense. It's just that they would have been sold
Yeah.
by those owners to Universal in 1984.
But yeah,
That
even
makes sense.
contacting like Jeep or whoever may have had those cars sold to try to find those records to, whatever. What picture studio was it under? Goonies?
Amblin.
The studio?
Warner
Brothers.
Was it Warner Bros?
Warner
Okay.
Brothers, yeah.
So, I mean, even finding that record might be challenging, especially from a larger company.
Yeah, again, a lot of this work has been done, but we haven't gotten to any kind of concrete.
Right.
Yeah, we've gone down a lot of the hallways you're recommending, and Troy has. And the one place that you found, Troy, the fucking, they still have a P.O. box in Glendale here, or even a physical address, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, maybe that's a knock on the door type thing of, hey, where do you keep your old files from 3 years ago?
Oh, it's behind this black Jeep that we keep back here.
Dude, okay, so that happens though. That's real. What you just said.
Yeah.
There were the hoses on the back of the time machine, whatever the fuck. When Joe Walser and I were originally like sourcing stuff before we all knew what everything was, when we were archaeologying. I figured out what the name of the company was. We found an old one. I checked the tab, whatever the fuck. So I traced it down, and we got it, and they were still in business. And we found the guys, and when they're going to make the hoses for us, and everything's great. Oh, guys, it's so funny while you're here that this is... And we brought my car out front so we could show them. It goes here. This is the size, whatever. They bring us in the back, where for 30 years has been sitting covered a fucking DeLorean. In the shop that made... the metal hoses that have nothing to do with automotive. They were made for like a solar turbine or something. Those original hoses. We just, they were picked out of a bucket and then thrown on a time machine in 1985. Isn't that bizarre that they would have one of 8,000 DeLoreans just sitting back, covered up on blocks in the back of their shop because the owner bought it X amount of years ago and it doesn't, whatever, it's just been sitting.
Wow.
And they had no idea about the Back to the Future connection until we showed them and told them, and then they were the ones who made them for all the replica guys.
That's what's
Strange.
I'm afraid of, is by looking for these and maybe finding one and then cluing the person in as to what they have.
Then they know what to look for, yeah. That's a slippery slope though too, because we did that at Apex, which is now everyone knows about Apex. It used to be just like an industry little secret place that we would all go to source stuff, but now the moment we told them like, oh, that's the right part for the whatever. Anytime we asked whatever his name was, I can't remember the guy's name. He had a thing on his lip, and he was always eating a sandwich, and his hands were filthy. He's literally always eating chips. And how much is that? Usually this place is surplus, so it's by the weight, right? You just throw everything on a scale, and that's it. But the moment we started being like, hey, do you have any more of these? It's like, why do you want that? And we're like, oh, it's the right one for the overhead thing and the whatever, the blah, 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 blah. The moment we started telling him what we were looking for, then the prices went up, and he became a little celebrity. And then, the place looks how it does now, which is totally different, and you can't even use it for like movie supply anymore. It's neat as a museum now. I don't know why I'm talking about that. I'm talking too much. It's ridiculous. Coffee and no food.
We have a couple places out here. There's like 3 locations. It's definitely not on the par with anything like that, but it's called Axeman Surplus, and it's just
Sounds
the
very
most
similar.
random shit, like little circuits, little fuses, relays, gizmos, motors, solenoids. We found a box that looked very similar to the electrical box from the flux capacitor. At one time, I was gonna maybe do something with it. I actually got a mannequin leg at that place, and that's what's inside my fake Fargo wood chipper,
Amazing.
and the spring system to like have it sit on springs, so you could like push the leg into the fake wood chipper. But
We talked about that last time. I used
yeah,
apples
so I mean,
when I was a kid.
yeah, so I mean, it's not anywhere near the size of that place, and large items, but they still have old ham radios and random things like that, and
That's
it's a
so
fun
cool.
place to go to. So I heard the other day though the owner maybe died recently, so I don't know if that place is gonna stay
Of
in
your
business or
place?
what. But yeah,
Oh no.
so I'm hoping that doesn't. I got to get out there again soon. So it's just a fun place to even just to randomly go through. Just
I love those places for just that reason.
yeah,
Like, I must have been a scavenger in another life or something, because I just love looking at all this. What can I make from that?
yeah.
Whether it reminds
Well,
me of
actually,
something
wait.
else that I then want to replicate, or if it's intriguing and I'm like, we could use that for something else.
Yeah, my friend Andy went into the one of the Axemen surpluses and got a whole cardboard box full of these red Velcro wallets that just so happened to be the exact same wallet that Marty has in the movie. So he bought it and he started giving them away to like other DeLorean owners and people that came to see his car or whatever, and
When do we see
just kind
Marty's
of like as
wallet in the
a fun
movie?
gift. When he takes out the thing for the has the
Oh, the
flyer in it.
picture? Oh, you're right. The
Yeah,
picture with his
yeah.
brother.
It's
Yeah,
a
I got a
sheety little red
photographic
Velcro
figure.
wallet. Yeah,
Okay. I knew it was Velcro. I remember the Velcro.
yeah.
I would have
But
said
he found the
photo.
same one, and I was just like, well, it's just a surplus wallet, so I'm not surprised it's the same one. But it was his little fun thing to be able to give away to people. That was kind of fun. It didn't
Yeah,
cost him
if they're
anything,
a couple bucks, yeah, just of course.
Yeah.
Emily down in Australia says, "Sorry guys, only just got up. Wicked migraine, so I'm hiding in bed listening." Brooke
When
Mathis,
she
every
was
time I see
on,
something shark, I think of you, babe. That's very funny.
last time talking about Keith, every time she
Yeah.
said Keith, it reminded me of the scene in Flight of the Concords, where like there was the Australian girl that they met, but they have the whole New Zealand versus Australian, and she kept saying Keith the exact same accent. I was like, I can't unthink that now. I can't unhear it.
I can
I don't
listen
know
to
if you
her
ever
say
watched it.
anything.
Yeah.
It's just enjoyable. I've
Well,
never
but,
seen Flight of the Concords though.
oh, you're missing out.
No, I didn't like it. I mean, I've said, enough that it's not for me.
Yeah. Okay.
I enjoyed it. I just didn't, I think when it came around, like, our life had other stuff and there was no room
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
But I like the guy a lot. Well, one of them, Jermaine, whatever.
Jermaine. Yeah.
Men in
I
Black
still,
3.
you got it.
Not possible.
Yeah.
I think he's
You really got to get. Well, he's also in Moana and a bunch of other stuff too. But you got to see that original What We Do in the Shadows movie. You got to do it. You got to. It's Taika Waititi's first like big movie.
Yeah, but that doesn't do anything for me. People talk about him a lot
Yeah.
like he's a big deal, and I recognize that, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I know him as an actor in Free Guy. Free Guy. You see Free Guy?
Okay.
I fucking
Yeah.
love Free Guy. If anybody hasn't seen Free Guy, watch Free Guy. I recommend it. You won't be disappointed. It's very entertaining. Have you
Yeah,
seen it?
I mean his humor's all over some other movies too. And he did, the Thor Ragnarok and
Yeah. So I don't do Thor. I don't know
yeah,
superheroes. I don't know any of that. That's not my world.
yeah. Well, it's a movie that they filmed with basically no script, so almost all of it's just kind of off the cuff, and it's really funny. I thought it was, I think it
Okay.
was one of my funnier movies out there. Period.
Tell me the
It's a
name
really
again.
good, funny. What We Do in the Shadows, but it's the
Oh,
movie,
you're back to
not
that
the
again. Oh,
TV
I'm sorry.
series. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Unfortunately, the jury has already made the decision on that one, but I'll definitely check out the other one. Oh, look at this, Robbie Retro. Speaking of Robert Retro, or whatever you called him before, Retro Rob. Hi guys, miss and love
Rob,
you all. Same to you.
Robbie, you're buying a DeLorean now, right? I saw you at the dealership today in his video down in
Oh, is
Orlando.
that what he
Yeah.
was doing? Were you down there with Tony?
Well,
Tell him I said hi. Was he in DeLorean, Florida?
yeah, he was in. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wanted to comment. I was like, so you're gonna buy one now, right? Question mark.
DeLorean
They're
used to,
only
I mean,
100
that
grand
used to be
now.
a quirky, fun buy. It's not cheap anymore to buy a DeLorean.
Did they ever make that new thing, that like electric? Did that ever actually come out,
I don't know.
or was that just like a big fundraiser and then we're just kidding, we're not actually gonna make it?
Unfortunately, my ties to DeLorean and the DeLorean family are so long and so deep that it prevents me from talking about anything in that regard. I don't really know.
Yeah. Okay.
It's kind of like that thing from earlier. Yeah, we don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know about
Yeah.
this either.
Well, it's one of those things where I feel like when that got announced, that just skyrocketed all the old ones' prices. So
And one could even say that perhaps that was the point.
hmm. Okay.
Emily says, haha, Jay, I'm like you. Superheroes? Who? Yeah, I don't have any. I don't begrudge other people who like the Marvel movies. I'm not one of those people who's like, you shouldn't like Batman or whatever. Like, no, fucking enjoy the shit out of whatever you like. It just doesn't do it for me.
Yeah.
My poor kids can't name a Disney princess, and my son can't name a Marvel character. Yeah, that's funny.
But they know Short Circuit, I'm sure.
Oh my God, I bet you're right, dude. Because, I
Yeah.
mean, you and they
Raising them
certainly
right,
know,
though. Raising them right.
they might not know Short Circuit, but they definitely know Labyrinth, right? Because she was working on that for a month.
It's probably on loop.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Short Circuit was on loop when I was building those costumes because
The
we
Back to the
had to
Future
like.
movies are when you build a time machine too. Absolutely, it's
Oh yeah.
inspiration. It's inspiration.
Well, it's also just archaeology too, right? You're like trying to get it perfect and stuff. So
Yeah, yeah. Sean and me, our old move in the old days was like just the. I think we talked about it here at one point. The combo TV VHS unit.
hmm.
So like one of those in the garage, and that way you just press play once and it does its thing all day long. It'll play, it'll rewind, it'll play again, it'll rewind, it'll play again.
The Blockbuster unit, right?
Yeah, like Brandon does at Blockbuster, exactly.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was
So
trying to tell
and then
my wife.
we would. It's funny. We expanded out to other ones. Like we'd watch Used Cars in 1941, like other Bob Gale Zemeckis movies. Just
Love that
because.
movie. You ever watch the commentary on that movie?
Which one?
The commentary for Used Cars?
Oh yeah.
That's one of the funniest. That's funnier than the movie. That
I don't
commentary is
disagree with
just
you, and
outrageously.
it makes me wish that I could have been there when they filmed that movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
The stuff that they did that you could not do anymore. The way they did things, the way like their jokes, the things they thought were funny, the explanations behind things that we saw.
Hmm.
What was your favorite like nugget of secret whatever
Of that movie?
we from the commentary? Yeah. Or
Yeah.
is there a moment?
I mean, it's
that
just
sticks out
it's
with
just
you?
listening to God, is it Zemeckis? And I know
Yeah.
it's Kurt Russell, but
and
it's
and
just
Bob
them.
Gale.
They're having conversation the whole time. The whole thing is just constantly them laughing so loud that that's funny even by itself.
Yeah,
It's just like they are losing their shit while watching this movie,
you're making
talking
me wanna
about
do
filming
it
this
again.
movie, especially when they're talking about the kid who's like they kept giving sugar to because he was like tired, but then at some point he was just going off the walls
Not the
because
kid
he had
with
too
the
much
dog.
sugar.
Okay.
No, the one where they kept putting him on the roof of the car or something like that. There's a whole part in that commentary, and like if you haven't watched the commentary to that movie, go rent that movie to watch the commentary of it. It's
I own it, but I
absolutely
may
funny.
actually do that tonight just
Yeah,
because you put it in my mind, and I haven't seen the movie in so long that I've been wanting to watch it anyway, and like maybe that'll be
yeah.
the mix. Dave Knight says, Robbie, let's see. Dwayne D-Man Martin says, yes, my daughter just talked about Short Circuit. That's amazing. The kids are coming around. And then Dwayne has D-Wayne, D-Man, D Martin, has, he helps the Knight Rider historians as well. Joe was in here earlier, D-Wayne. Emily Ray, yep, before we had my eldest diagnosed with autism, we knew. She watched Labyrinth on repeat for a year and used to draw arrows around the walls of the house. Not kidding. Oh my gosh. She was 3. I believe it.
For the longest time, I had Muppet Treasure Island stuck in my VHS player, and
Yeah.
I couldn't get it out. So it just stayed in there. So when I went to bed, just hit play. So I probably watched that movie hundreds of times because of that.
Oh my gosh.
You might not make it past the first intro of the movie before I just fell asleep, but still.
Back in the day, there was a thing called, like, remember, even referencing a cable box is probably a dated reference now. Even cable anything, but there used to be a cable box, and you used to have to whatever the fuck, and then there was pay-per-view, and it was the same like couple movies just on all day long. Okay, my dad had a black box, which you buy out of the trunk of a car from some guy who's worked up these cable boxes that now get all of the free channels, right? So now everything is descrambled. So as a kid, I watched so many movies the way you're talking about, just over and over and over, because it was like, oh, you could watch the pay-per-view channel and it would have Quick Change with Bill Murray on. That's how I found that movie.
But you had to
Over
hook it
and
to your
over and
VHS so
over.
you could hit record.
You could, yeah, and I did, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh yeah, that's all my bootleg. That's how I got Rad on VHS. And then
So
I wore that tape out and I couldn't watch it anymore for like 15 years.
that was my earlier years, where whenever we went down to my grandparents in Maryland, they had HBO. So I would bring some VHS blank cassettes with me and do what you're talking about, and I would just record everything all week on HBO. And then I would have those, and you're right, because I did it on SLP. It was shitty quality, and it really like
Yeah.
burned the tape. So I think I did wear.
I don't
those
remember
out.
what we called. I know on DVD we call it burning, but like what was it? Rip? Do we rip them? Is that what it was, or
Taped it. We just taped it. You tape it.
taped? We
It's
taped it.
videotaped,
Okay,
so you
I couldn't
tape
remember
them.
the lingo. Yeah.
We used to film things, and then tape came around, then we started taping them. And then
Okay.
digital came around, and we still said film and tape, and then we switched, I think, to like record.
And burn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like burn
was
me a
the
CD
discs.
or burn
That
me
was
a
the disc.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
digital versatile disc.
Yeah.
D went, yeah, you missed him. He was here. Not like you guys aren't busy enough with everything you're doing lately, with that semi and everything. Still haven't seen Rad. Sorry, boys. Emily, confession time. Neither is this guy. Never seen it.
Ooh. All right, I'm leaving.
I get it. I get it, you guys. Did you?
I mean,
Troy
come
before
on,
when I
send
told him
me
I'd
an
never seen
angel.
Children of the Corn?
I was just going to say, I'm so surprised that you. I mean, it's been out for a couple years now.
A couple years, yeah. It was like 86 or 88 or something. 83.
Well, no, Blu-ray. It came out back on DVD on Steelbox Blu-ray.
So it's got Linda Hamilton in it. So I'm not sure. Did it come out before Terminator?
In my mind, it's after Terminator. I feel like 83.
It was like, well, it just had 40th anniversary, so
Oh,
it would have
so
been 85 or 86,
84.
and that was last year, so it would have been probably, God, maybe it was 85. But I mean, you have Lori, what's her name from Full House?
Oh,
Lori Loughlin.
yes.
Yeah, and Bart Connor. They have
Full
a
House is coming up an
freestyle.
awful lot in my life, considering it
They
never
have
came up
a-
my whole life.
So they have both those characters are doing flatland BMX tricks on a dance floor to Send Me an Angel. That's a big scene in the movie. Like classic. Like if I would have been able to pull that off at 80s prom, I would have done that.
That Send
At
Me an
least
Angel
Google
Right
that
Now
scene.
song. That one.
No, it's the God, who did the original song? Send Me an Angel? I don't know. Yeah.
Send me an
It's a
angel.
big dance scene, but they're doing tricks on
Right
flatland
now.
BMX
That
bikes.
one?
Yeah,
Wow.
looks like 1986. So yeah,
But have you seen BMX Bandits?
yep.
I have not. I was never really into the skateboard BMX movies. And then she
That
says,
was
"Ooh, Linda Hamilton. Okay, I'll watch it." So she's gonna check it out because of Linda Hamilton.
that is 3 years prior, and Nicole Kidman's in that. Off topic.
Um,
I
did
guess
we
it was
talk?
real
We
life.
talked about it last week here that I met and like I know Jodie Sweetin now. Like, isn't that weird? Like,
Dude,
I
that
didn't
is
even grow up with Full House. That's weird.
It was on every now and then in my house, but
I feel like I must have been a I mean, like I know it. Obviously, I'm very aware of it. It was definitely, you know, I mean, it's a cultural thing. Fucking cut it out, you know. All in.
yeah. I just
And
saw
I've
the
met
other day
him a
when
handful of
someone's
times,
yeah.
and I met Bob Saget a bunch.
I totally forgot when I saw someone the other day. They're like, "Oh, it's too bad we missed Bob Saget too much." I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
Oh,
And then I
you
was like, "Wait,
forgot?
he died like 3 years ago. I forgot all about that already."
Maybe even like, yeah, 3, 5, 8, 3.
4. I don't know.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that. It was in and out of my mind. And I was like, "That's right. He fell on stage or something." And then like the next day, he had like
He
some
fell
sort
in
of
the
concussion
shower.
aneurysm.
He fell in
The
the
shower.
shower. Yeah. Slipped, fell, and hit his head in the shower. Um, I was just at that Good Night with Ben Glebe with Jodie Sweetin, and they were Ben retold what's the mix master got Jeffrey Ross's joke about it, which is Bob Saget passed away, which very sad. Fell in the shower and hit his head. He goes, which is very ironic considering how many years he hosted America's Funniest Home Videos.
Wow.
And I was just like, all right, Jeffrey Ross, that was a great fucking good angle on, all right, we all miss him. And that was like pretty good and clean. That was a good, safe hit. Clean hit. That scene in Rad is awesome. All right. Well, that song is in my goddamn head now that I sang it. Yeah, but Jay, BMX Bandits was filmed in Sydney. All right, you got me. I'll watch anything filmed in Sydney. Brooke Mathis says Jay.
Yeah, but they don't
Hi,
have
Brooke
Hell
Mathis.
Track, so.
Emily, hi, Brooke.
Do you know who did the stunt coordinator from like Top Gun and stuff is the guy who did Rad, directed it.
Well, that's amazing. Excuse me, amazing. I mean, that's a
because when
some
we
range
the
to
thing
his
that they
career.
had the thing that they had at the 40th celebration or like the movie was they had a whole documentary about the movie. It was directed by Hal Needham,
Oh, love Hal Needham.
who did like Cannonball Run and Smokey and the Bandit and
Well, he was a stunt. Yeah, I mean, there's movies about Hooper is about Hal Needham.
yeah. I thought maybe Top Gun, but no, I'm thinking of something
So
else.
Hal Needham did
But
the
yeah.
stunts for BMX.
No, he directed the movie.
Hal Needham directed BMX?
He directed Rad.
I'm sorry, Brad. God damn it. Okay, buddy. I didn't realize that. I'm a huge Hal Needham fan. You got me on that.
But yeah, they
Did that
talked
right
about
there.
when they built this big drop in for Rad. They didn't think about it as a BMX. He was just thinking as a stunt coordinator, so they built this massive drop in that would roll in. All the pros that they invited out for the event, they were like, "We're not fucking doing that.
You're crazy.
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous." So they just slowly kept going up a little bit, getting on a halfway up, and then trying it from until they eventually got to the top, and one guy did it, and the first guy that did it got to the bottom where it curved and like ate shit, and then someone else did it, and then they eventually did it, and then at that point, all the guys were like, "Well, now I have to do it because that guy did it." So, but they said
sort of
Hell
Hal
Track was
Needham's
like
move, yeah.
legitimately, they said Hell Track's drop-in was legitimately terrifying because it was like a 70-foot drop into like a quick turn.
No thanks.
No
Yeah.
thanks.
And it was the first time anyone ever did like backflips, and they had to hire one guy to do a backflip.
Wow.
And it was ridiculous stunt at that point.
What's the movie with it's Quentin Tarantino and it's the Hollywood one. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. You know that
Yeah,
whole
yep.
thing. That's loosely based on the relationship between
Hal
Hal
Needham.
Needham and Burt Reynolds. If you didn't know that.
Yeah, I guess I didn't. Yeah, I just kind of assumed it was a loosely based on just kind of in general Hollywood, but like
Oh, I'm
some
sure you're right.
stereotypical character. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm sure you're right. But the best friendship, that kinship, that we're stronger together than separate. Yeah, there's a fantastic documentary just about Hal Needham. That's like I think it's only available on YouTube because it was like done for some cable channel that doesn't exist anymore, so nobody has the rights to it. But it's really, really good. Do you guys like? I mean, Troy, I'm assuming you do just because of your pocket for the cars and stuff. But like, Smoking the Bandit, Cannonball Run, stuff like that. Were those movies important to you?
Yes,
Huge for my
but it's been
childhood.
a while
Huge.
since I've been one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you realize that like Smokey was sort of more of a parody of another movie at the time, or did you just enjoy it?
I just enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too. But have you now
Yeah,
seen?
never. I mean, my dad always watched those movies, so like you're 5 years old in the background, you're like, yep, I'm a fan too. So
You're nailing it, dude. So it made the adults in my life laugh. So that made things nice and happy. So I liked it and I wanted more of that. That's exactly it. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I also
one-
had a brother that was 7 years older than me, so I saw a lot of movies that I shouldn't have been seeing. when he was
me
finally
too.
getting access to like Kentucky Fried Movie and all these things, and
I love that you would bring that up.
No, it's funny you should say that because with Terminator, I wasn't allowed to watch R-rated movies. I was born in '75, right? So I was like, what, 10 years old, 9 years old, or something like that. That was the first time. Well, the scene with Linda Hamilton, I was just like, it was great, right?
Is she naked in the first one?
Oh, yeah.
There are some
You've
holes.
seen Terminator,
There are some
right?
holes. I don't really. I've
Yeah.
seen it, but I don't really know. I don't know the first one as much. I saw it recently in my life, in like the last 5 years or so, and I was taken with how bad the special effects were, considering I saw T2 first, and they're some of the best in the history of cinema. So, yeah. No, I know it's worth it. This is why I do the show with Brandon. Is I fill all these holes. Like you guys have told me 2 movies I want to go see now, just tonight. Thank
I
you.
remember seeing. I think my first rated R movie that I 100% remember going to. I would have been 7, and it was RoboCop 2.
Ooh, violent.
Yeah, I mean those movies were like barely rated R. They had to cut scenes to make them rated R. Now they're on TV and it's like PG-13. But
Dude, the first RoboCop is violent as shit. When they're killing
Yeah.
Murphy, when
yeah,
when
well they had to
Red from
cut.
that '70s show is beep 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 beep. Oh my god!
Well, the scene at the end where they like blow
Awful.
the dude's head off, they had to cut that because they wouldn't give him the R rating. They gave him like NC-17
Well,
and they
wasn't
said that
out
would have
yet,
destroyed
probably, yeah, but
the
it might have
movie.
been
So
X. Yeah.
or
Wow.
X or something. Yeah.
Before NC-17, the MPAA used to X out violence all the time. Emily is
Yeah,
getting her
I just remember
Vegemite
being like,
toast,
I had like no business going to see that movie at 7.
and she just
but-
cute. No, that's
But as a
too
kid, you want to see it because it's like you see Short Circuit. Hey, this is another robot. I got to see this movie too.
For me, Nightmare on Elm Street, I was 7 or 8. First time I saw Nightmare on Elm Street, and that opened up. Now I like slasher movies, and now I'm just like into all that. You brought up Kentucky Fried Movie before. Can I do another tangent? Because it
Yeah.
involves the Heritage auction with the hoverboards and everything the other day.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we talked last week on the show that Heritage invited us by, did some authenticating the hoverboards, and it was lovely. Made some videos with Justin and some of the original stunt people, and Darlene Vogel was there. Really good time.
I
But
saw you
then,
guys holding them. I was very, very jealous.
oh, thanks. The lovely people at Heritage, Corey specifically, invited us to come back to their little mixer cocktail hour thing on Thursday night of last week.
Which I got to
we
miss.
did. And my friend Phil and I are working on a new project together where we said, oh, that's great. We'll come back. We'll shoot something for the show there. We'll do a little remote package. So we did. But in the middle of shooting this remote package for this new Phil and Jay show, we're surrounded by all this cinema history, and Phil just beelines over to something he sees in a case in the corner, and now the 2 cameras and I were all going over. And Phil is so excited, and he's like, oh, look, and he's showing a picture. And he's like, it's Uncle Peter. And he's in this case of Airplane memorabilia, the movie Airplane. Back to Kentucky Fried Movie you just brought up. Same people, the Zucker brothers. So, and Phil is better known for Jackie Childs on Seinfeld. He played the lawyer on Seinfeld. Who told you to put the bomb on? That whole thing. But Phil's dad was the black actor on the original Mission Impossible. So he is like a legend. His name is Greg Morris. He was in everything back then. He was one of the most famous faces on the planet. So the star of Mission Impossible was Peter Graves, the pilot from Airplane. So he really means like, oh, look, it's my Uncle Peter. I grew up with him. And then he starts telling these stories about, do you know Kentucky Fried Movie? I'm like, yes, absolutely, but I didn't, whatever. I like some of the other movies better, Naked Gun and whatever. And he goes, well, before Kentucky Fried Movie, there was this theater, and it was over in West LA, and it was called Kentucky Fried Theater, and it was a guaranteed good time, and if you brought a girl there, you knew you were going to have a great night. And he's just going on and on and on, gushing. All these memories are coming back, flooding. And I say, well, that sounds really amazing. There's a lot of improv troupes now, but this one does sound different. I said, I wonder if they're still alive. They should bring that back, resurrect it, or you should, or something. And then we started having a conversation about them. And I said, I think they are still alive. I think there was a whole thing about when the new Naked Gun movie came out that they were interviewed and they weren't pleased about it or something. I think they are still alive. And we wrap it up, and he's really excited, and Airplane this, Airplane that, whatever. 30 seconds later, the auction guy taps me on the shoulder, and he goes, Jay, since you're filming, you seem interested in the airplane stuff. Jerry's right over there if you want to talk to him. And we're like, what? And he goes, Zucker's right over there if you want to go, if you're filming and you want to go just talk to him. And we were like, what the fuck? And I said to Phil, I go, hey, buddy. It was almost like we talked about Fast and the Furious before. You remember when the one guy sees Paul Walker's truck first and he takes his face and makes him see it? He like steers it. It was like that. And Phil was like a little kid. And he got to go over to Jerry Zucker and he got to tell him how influential his brain was in Phil's career and his life. And he's going on and on and on. And Jerry is being very polite, taking it all. And luckily, Phil knows stuff that other people don't know. So now he's getting excited to talk to Phil. Somehow now Phil tells him, by the way, my father was so-and-so. And he's like, wait, who? Your dad? Your uncle? What? And when we got to the nitty-gritty of it, Jerry, his face... you would think Greg Morris was in the room. He goes, oh my God, your dad was incredible. And he starts going on and on and on, gushing back and forth now about Phil's father to Phil. And then at some point after that wanes a little bit, he then goes, and I don't know if you're a fan of Seinfeld or not, but I played the attorney on Seinfeld, whatever. And he goes, oh my God, Seinfeld was the best show of all time. I was just on a panel down at the Museum of Television and Radio, and we were talking all about it. And he said, I said you could plug every episode of Seinfeld into AI, and it could give you a new episode of Seinfeld. But if you didn't have Seinfeld, it never could have done that to begin with. On and on and on. All that. I want to show you this picture because this was one of the happiest moments that I've seen Phil in our friendship, and it's with Jerry Zucker. And I want to thank Jerry Zucker for being so freaking nice. But I think at the end, when he figured out who everybody was, Jerry ended up being more excited to meet Phil that night than the other way around.
That's cool. Didn't Jerry Zucker have something to do with like the Hangover movies or something? Or writing them or?
Honestly, that wouldn't surprise me. I don't know.
I thought I remember hearing something about that before, but
I do know that he was selling a lot of stuff from his personal collection here. The
Bridesmaids
model was
maybe.
his.
Yeah.
He had Otto, the autopilot, the inflatable autopilot. He was there, and
that should be in a museum. Yeah,
for sure. And then for some reason, the Ghost jukebox was there, and it belonged to him. Did he have something to do with Ghost, or did he just rent them a film prop?
I have no idea.
All right.
It's possible that too, just having some money, he saw a prop he wanted to buy, and maybe he just owned it. I don't know.
It's possible, but he's the type that would just own that style jukebox.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He's a quirky, weird guy.
Yeah.
Emily Emily says, "Okay, I'm getting ready to Vegemite toast. Just queued Rad to watch. I'll
Nope.
be back in 2 hours." But I don't think she's kidding.
No.
The beauty of my
No,
brothers and
thank you.
sisters all being 10 to 12 years older than me was seeing all the good stuff when Mom was working. That's like Kyle. Seeing
I'm
stuff
not gonna lie. When you
way
put
before he
like
was
a
supposed to.
whole spread on that cracker of that stuff, that Vegemite, I was like, oh no, oh no. You just put like 4 toasts worth of the worst topping on a on a cracker.
Are you talking about when I did it here on the show?
Yeah, yeah. And I think the
Dude,
best line after that was like when you had a regular cracker, like that was the best piece of food I've ever eaten to
I think
clear
it's
your
funny
mouth of
because
that.
they're putting more on it. And Emily was like, "Oh no, that's too much," and you're like,
Yeah.
"What?" I'm like, "Oh, this is going to be good."
Yeah. My friend made me try that when we were in London. I was like, oh God, no, never again.
is Marmite a thing? Is that
I
also a spread? Marmite?
I think it's yeah.
I
I've
think
also
maybe in
seen
my
it on
mind I was thinking I'd had that.
hmm,
I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
I've seen it on
But I
there's that
regretted it
YouTube channel
immediately.
Jolly.
Hmm.
Those like two British guys that I always go everywhere with. Now they're doing like celebrity stuff. They
Okay.
got like John Cena to have the Vegemite or whatever the
Did he
London
like it?
version of that is.
No.
No, he hated it.
It's awful. I didn't like it at
Yeah.
all. And if there's no health benefit, what are we eating it for?
There probably is some kind of health benefit, but
I think
I
that's
don't know.
fake. I think they
It's an
put that right up
it's
there
an
in the name,
acquired
Veggie.
taste.
Ugh. Top Secret is great too. I haven't seen that, but that is them, isn't it? They just don't make them like they used to. That's the one with the popcorn in the house. I own it. I've just never watched it.
Hmm.
The Mythbusters, I remember them busting that myth with the popcorn house.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Kyle, how old are you? I think I might have forgotten to ask you that.
43?
Oh, we're close enough that the
Yeah.
gap shouldn't be so big. You strike me as a younger guy.
My brother was class of 95. So like all
That's what
my
I am.
stuff comes from him.
That's what I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I celebrate an older generation. Like I'm
Yeah.
my dad was born in 39 and I got all my comedy sins from him. So it's like Abbott and Costello and shit like
Yeah.
that, you know.
Well, just whenever my brother
Jackie
turned
Gleason.
15, 16 years old, I was getting all of what he was getting at that age. Because I was just,
So you're just
listening to
getting it
listening
ahead.
to the Metallica Black album and all that stuff. Yeah.
Oh God. So that's all my friends were into that, but I didn't like it because I celebrated this previous era. My friends loved
Mm.
Nirvana, and I'm like, give me jazz and big band.
Mm.
What a loser,
Yeah,
man.
and I
I'm a
grew up with
weird
Nirvana.
guy. I am such a weird guy. You kids and your Nirvana. Meanwhile, I'm like
For
in
me, it
high
was
school.
MC Hammer and Nirvana. Weird combination, but
That's funny. I was raised on like Charlie Pride and country, and then in the early '80s, I got my own radio and figured out, wow, there's other things. So it was like '80s pop at that time.
mm,
So you just were
all
never
Madonna.
exposed to anything but?
No, no, no. I was very sheltered.
Wow.
Yeah, only child, very sheltered, mama's boy. I said it.
Only child,
Mama. Yeah.
totally self-parented, mommy issues.
And that's why you
How
ended
about
up
you,
having
Kyle?
A Fratelli car because you throw it in 4-wheel drive, right? Mama, what's the line?
Trust your old boys. Trust your old mother,
Yeah.
boys.
Throw it into
Yeah.
4-wheel drive and hold on to your hats.
Yeah.
She was done with her crackers at that point, though, right? She was using all four appendages.
Wait, have I already told you?
Oh yeah,
Have
you talking about
you?
you're talking about what you realized isn't screen accurate on your car?
Oh, no, no, no. We're not going to have that conversation.
Okay. I can't
Because-
stop thinking about it because I want to find some fix for you, but I can't without. It's a big one. That's a big problem.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so like I said, the last 3 months, or it took me, the last 3 months before the 40th, I was in a rush to get stuff done. So there are things that I'm aware of that drive me crazy. But once you plant that seed in someone else's head, it's like that's all they're going to see. So we can have that conversation. But
I hear
yeah,
ya.
it drives me crazy. But that's oh shoot, that's not what I was going to say. I was going to say something else.
I know.
Oh,
I do
because you
that.
had asked before on what was the hardest thing was to do, and most because I'm out in the elements, kind of all I have is a carport. during the wintertime and when it's wet, I don't want to be out there working on her. So I had pulled the transmission before the holidays a couple years ago, and that was the hardest thing, is finding the time and basically just the gumption to get my ass back out there to start putting it back together when the ground is soaking wet and it's miserable and it's cold.
So
I mean,
discipline
I
is
have a
the hardest
garage
part.
in Minnesota, and I hate going in the garage to do anything, let alone, and that's a sealed garage that's not heated, but
Mm.
I know what you're talking about, and that'd even be worse. You guys get probably similar temps up there in Washington. Maybe not quite as cold in the winter, but
Yeah, and I mean, and what I do for a living, so I'm a mobile automotive technician. So if it's rainy, sunny, scorching heat, cold, I'm out in it anyway, and
yeah,
that's why mechanics' cars are usually crap, is because they don't want to work on their own stuff.
yeah. I was the very few like painters that had a nice car. Otherwise, they're always just shit buckets and like you're like a award-winning painter, and you have this like falling apart car. Like, it doesn't look good on you.
Right? Exactly.
But it's just they do it so much they don't want to do it to their own stuff. It's like, oh, I'm the opposite on that.
Most contractors I know, their houses are in shambles, so that checks out.
Yeah, I still keep everything pretty well maintained, but like our daily driver, I call him Dobby because I got the little Dobby in the front. Um, I actually bought a maintenance contract through Ford so that I could just drop the damn thing off at the dealer and not have to worry about it.
Just fix it. Let me know when it's done.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was wrong. Everyone's correcting me here. I asked if that was the popcorn house. It's not. Everyone's correcting me. Top Secret is the popcorn house, apparently. Is that right? Real Genius was the popcorn. Top Secret is directed by ZAZ. Who's ZAZ? Brooke's favorite song of all time is "In Your Eyes" by Peter Gabriel. That's a different song, though. In your eyes. Oh, but what? That's the. What? Hang on. John Cusack, right?
Mm,
Right?
It's
And
not
Irony
saying.
Sky or whatever. No, yeah, that's right. What's the name of that movie? And Frasier's dad's in it. Holds the boombox up, right?
That's not say anything, is it?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
Isn't that set in your eyes? Isn't that what's Peter Gabriel? Brooke, chime in here if it is.
I feel like those movies. That song's probably in a bunch. I'm not going to play the audio of this, but I mean, come on.
Francis,
Let's
the
just
lock.
fast.
Open the lock.
I don't have the lock. Let go of the handle.
Hey Jay,
Amy. Oh, what a creative way to Amy. Oh, what a creative way to spell Amy. Look at that, Amy Evans. Hang on. Let's see. Go ahead, Kyle.
send me an angel dance scene on bikes in slow motion, nonetheless. And I'm not going to play the audio because I don't want you to get copyright on this live stream.
Right now. I'll sing it for you.
Yeah, like a lot of
I
it's
mean,
in
I
slow
get the
motion.
idea.
Yeah.
I'll watch the
Oh,
whole
and
movie
it's clear.
for context, but thanks.
My favorite is that like a lot of times Lori Line is doing tricks and it's clearly a dude. That's always the best part in movies like that, when the stunt guys are like
Who is it?
dudes playing girls.
Oh, it's supposed to be
Lori
Laughlin.
Lori
You said that.
Laughlin,
That's right.
not Lori Line. Yeah, and that would have been pre Full House, obviously, but
Florida Steve's here. Amazing. Hi, Florida Steve. Love when you're here. Brooks Math is yes. Okay, got it. Say anything. It is indeed say anything. Zaz, Zucker, Abrams, Zucker. Oh my gosh, look at you, of course. I keep saying the Zucker brothers, but I forget about Abrams. That's like, it's Cheers was the same thing. Oh, and shout out to Cheers because Jim Burrows just died, but it was Glenn Charles and Les Charles and James Burrows.
there's one movie that no one ever seems to remember that was a really good pairing. It was Coen Brothers and Sam Raimi, and it was called The Hudsucker Proxy.
Oh, I love that movie. I love that movie.
Love that movie too, and I don't feel like a
Paul
lot of
Newman
people don't even
was
know
in
it.
that movie.
Never
It's
even heard of
fantastic.
it. Yeah.
Never heard of
So
it.
Sam Raimi, I don't think I knew. I knew it was Coen Brothers.
Yeah, it was
Huh.
Raimi and Coen Brothers. Yeah,
The production design of
it's
that movie is
Tim
great.
Robbins. Tim Robbins invents the Hulu. That's the whole plot of the movie, and he's trying to sell it to like companies. Um, but he always describes these like for kids. And the people are like, "What are you talking about? We don't know what this is." And it's it's hard to explain the rest of the movie without just watching it. But it's a great movie that no one seems to ever even remember that got made. So
Highly recommend it. It always put me in the minds of like a modern retelling of How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying, which was like
yeah,
from the 60s. Because it's all about climbing the corporate ladder at the Hudsucker firm or whatever the corporation is with Paul Newman's
Bruce
character.
Campbell's in it too.
Oh, so there you go
Of
with the Sam
course,
Raimi connection. That
yeah.
makes sense.
I wonder if
Who is he?
that.
Is
So
he one
isn't
of the
there
board guys?
Smitty? I don't know. I can't remember right offhand. He probably just plays cameos most of the time, anyways. But isn't Sam doesn't Sam Raimi put like a car, like a station wagon, in every one of his movies or something?
Maybe.
There's some Brandon was talking about something like that. I was like, I wonder if
Oh,
it's
well,
in
he
this
would
movie
know.
too.
Yeah, he would know. The one that comes up a lot. It came up even last night on Blockbuster Year was Joe Dante, the director. At some point, bought one of the actual, or found or got somehow one of the actual Rosebud sleds from
Hmm.
Citizen Kane, the AFI's #1 movie of all time, and so he put it into all of his movies in the '80s. So it's in Gremlins. It's in The Burbs. It's in Explorers. You just have to like. There's all these scenes, and you just
You have
notice
to
you're like, oh
find
my
them.
god,
Yeah.
there's fucking Rosebud the sled from, and it's the actual one from the
Hmm.
movie.
Okay, so directed by Joel and Ethan Coen, written by Ethan Coen, and Sam Raimi and Joel Coen. So Sam Raimi helped
Help write
write
it.
the movie, I guess. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Oh, I'm losing AirPods.
Well, it's
Hold
about
on.
that time.
Yeah,
3.5 hours.
yeah. I'm gonna take this one off and charge it for a minute.
Dave Knight, for kids, exactly, perfect. Dave Knight gets it.
Hmm.
Hudsucker has a fantastic.
Yeah, but that's a movie that no one
soundtrack.
ever seems to. When you say that movie, though, like, I've never heard of it. And you're like,
Oh,
it's
it's so
freaking
great.
Coen Brothers.
Jumping out the window, it's so great. It's just
Yeah.
weird. It's like people. I think you got to be willing to go weird.
But it's also like you can see the visualness a little bit in Sam Raimi through the Coen Brothers. Like you can see that he had more to do with it than just being a writer, because there's a lot of visuals that give
Influence.
like Spider-Man Raimi and like Evil Dead Raimi, especially in those scenes where they're jumping out the window and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I should go watch that movie again. It's been a while.
Oh,
I don't know
Steve
what
and
brought that
Denise.
up, but
Steve Straley, Florida Steve says Denise and Brenda are here hanging out watching. This isn't even a show. There's nothing even to watch. We're just all hanging out as friends. This could be a Zoom call for all we.
what did we
thanks
call
for
it the other
hanging
night?
out.
Like late night
There you go.
something.
Sam Raimi hides his 73 Olds Delta 88 in every movie. It was a gift from his mother, Dave Knight.
I wonder if it's in Hudsucker. Wouldn't be well, it'd be
Well,
too
the only
new
thing
for
with that,
Hudsucker.
Hudsucker is a period piece, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or at
But I
least
mean, it
feels
doesn't
like
mean you
it.
can't hide it, right? Yeah, it would have been like 30s, 40s era.
But it's not real. It's like a fake.
Yeah.
It's not really.
It's
in
like
the
a
past.
it's like a
sort of
Tim Burton
alternate
esque
reality.
kind of city. Yeah.
So it's kind of steampunk. Everything in the movie is kind of steampunk at that factory, at that company.
Yeah. Yep.
I want my $2. So I haven't seen that, if you can believe it. But it's on the list because I think it's an '85 movie. So I think we're watching it for the show.
Speaking of 85 movie, are we going to do Tampopo?
Not.
I want in on this. Oh, it's one of the, according to Rotten Tomatoes, it's like the highest rated 1985 movie.
Oh, I'm aware. I don't need it explained to me again. It doesn't sound like anything I would be interested in. So I don't want to do it on a Blockbuster year. Is it
it's a
even?
spaghetti-
Is there an English version? not good with
It might be subtitled.
Yeah. I did like that.
I don't know,
but that's the last movie I saw subtitled.
It's a spaghetti western, but in Japan, about ramen noodles. It's great.
I don't like a regular spaghetti. You're back to that vampire fucking parody show. I don't want it. I'm out. It's too much stuff.
All right.
It's too much stuff. Ground me in reality if you want my interest. Or
So while,
even like Tomorrowland is one of the best fantasy movies like of modern times for me. I just love that movie so much. But it's so grounded in a reality that it's like plausible for me.
Okay.
Like
I mean,
even
it
though it's
has a lot of
ridiculous
like,
that there's a rocket ship inside the Eiffel Tower to go
yeah,
into another dimension, they explained it in a way that it works. They're like, oh look, Plus Ultra, all these guys, the
yeah.
fucking Tesla and Edison, they were really smart and they could do this back then, but nobody knew.
I would
Love
I
that.
would say it's a spaghetti western in the style that like Karate Kid is also a spaghetti western. Like it still has that mentor that helps the kid out to achieve the thing at the end, which is also a little rocky, I guess. But
The fact that I get the comparison you're making, but that's a stretch.
yeah,
Calling calling Karate Kid a spaghetti western. You really
well,
think
it's
so?
in. I mean, it's still got that guy that we don't know where his thing comes from, that he's just knows how to teach this kid. I
That's
mean, I
what
guess
makes a
depends on
spaghetti
what kind of
western?
spaghetti western. I don't know. That's
I'm poking holes in your logic here.
yeah. I like the
Hilarious. They
movie, and
asked
it'd
if
be
they
a
could get on
yeah,
the show. Of course they can. Oh, they're probably drunk. I don't know if I want that. We're all going to get out of here. How about that? Would that be better?
sure.
Corn brothers are my neighbors. Who are the Corn brothers? I maintain. I've seen Amy spelled a lot of ways. This is the most creative and most unique I've ever seen. I love it. There was a girl I
The
grew up
did you
with,
ever
A
see
I
a
M
serious? Did
E.
you ever see a Serious Man from Coen Brothers?
No, I don't think I have.
That house is like maybe 2 miles down the road from me.
Is it good? Is it worth watching? I like the Coen brothers.
Yeah, I mean it's very Coen Brothers. It's not like Fargo ish or anything like that, but
At the same Heritage auction is almost everything from the dude's apartment. The dude's rug,
really, oh,
the
they had
Big
the rug.
Lebowski's
I
rug
heard.
that he
Yeah, yeah.
takes to
I'm so
replace.
mad because Justin invited me to go out there, and I was like, I'm gonna be on a plane at the
Oh,
time you
that's
want me
right.
to
Yeah,
meet.
I'm sorry, I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
and I was just like, and then you said it too, and I was like, oh, I was gonna invite you too. I was like, I'm literally already back in Minnesota. And
Yeah,
I
I'm
was so
sorry.
pissed. I actually looked up to see how much it would cost to go the next day, and the flights were basically full. So
Yeah, that's also wouldn't be worth it. Only in Sam's
it would have been
movies.
worth it to have it on video, maybe. So it's
Cohen
worth an
brothers.
episode.
Cohen brothers are my neighbors. I gotcha. I did something with the Cohen brothers one time with the time machine for time machine worked with a lot of celebrities that day, but it was for whoever their agency is, not CAA. It's like
Hmm.
UTA maybe.
There's a movie car that would be a cheap movie car that might still be hard to find as a tan Sierra,
Hang on.
from Fargo.
Yes, I was just thinking that it's when it's a tan Sierra. All of the all so I worked for Saturn for a little bit when my dad died when I was 18, and all of
Mhm.
that GMC auto credit, all those phone calls and all that stuff was very familiar. I'm like, that's really how it would be. It's crazy.
Hmm.
Better off dead. Right on. The car only appears in Sam's movies. No, I knew what you meant, meaning it wouldn't be in Hudsucker. Cohen, I know,
Hmm.
Amy. I'm sorry, I gotcha. I know. Corn.
So talking about difficult vehicles to find, let me pick your brain. So we know about the Mustang in the Goonies. We know about the Jeep. We know about the patrol cars. One that haven't really heard anybody mention before, and Randy White doesn't have any recollection of it. What about the Divco 206?
The what?
It's the Divco 206. That's Mad Jack's Plumbing. That's the one that's out in front of the house.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Oh, is it a
On
van?
the
Like a GMC
Yeah,
van or something?
yeah. It used to be like an old milk delivery van that got popular from people just taking them and using them for like deliveries and
Are
home
we talking
improvement.
about Mouth's dad's plumbing van that's in the driveway in
Yeah,
the beginning?
Yep.
So that's not just a regular
If
like GMC van or something? I
no,
never noticed.
those are
if
very.
Kevin's still watching, we expect to see that car in the next couple of years in your garage.
Yeah,
He'll find it.
it's true.
If anyone's gonna
'Cause,
find it, those
they
guys
did
are
get
gonna find it.
the Mustang. They bought the Mustang.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah, they're working on that, making it screen accurate.
Hmm.
Although, who was it who had? Somebody had a Troy's Mustang. Was it the mayor? No, somebody had a Troy's Mustang in town. Remember that? It wasn't exact, but it was good enough.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, I actually had the screen used one, but like also had a car that was very hard to find was that Tojan.
Hang on, you had the screen used what?
Tojan from collision
you're
course.
I thought you meant the Mustang.
Yeah, you're right. That's why it came up the other day. Oh, I was with Brandon the other day, and he was talking about the director of that movie, who did Jewel of the Nile and whatever else. Teague.
Hmm.
I couldn't remember why.
Yeah,
we were just
only
talking about it.
ours
You
was
brought it
not
up.
painted red anymore because they
Teague?
repainted that car. I don't think that would have mattered, but yeah, whoever owned it before us painted it white and decked it all out and put a big black race stripe down the middle and air shocks in the back. And
So that's the kind of, if you still had that car, I bet I could get Leonard to buy it, like just because.
oh yeah, no, for sure. He probably would hate that it was not red anymore, but
Well, that's what I mean.
'cause there was
We'd have to make it like
Yeah.
the movie, how it was in the movie.
yeah,
but like,
they only had I think 2 in the movie because there was a red one and the black one that was on
the
the
black one, yeah.
on the pedestal spinning whatever.
Yep.
In the showroom thing, yeah.
Back to DeLorean. That whole story is loosely based on John DeLorean.
Hmm.
I mean, the
good to
guy
know.
looks like him. Everything
Yeah,
about
that's
it
true.
is
Yeah.
all.
It's been such a long time since I've seen that movie, but yeah, we got it from a Mecum auction and it had the certified movie car thing on it. So it was kind of weird because when I went to go watch it for the first time, I was like, I didn't see that car anywhere in this movie. And that's when we realized it was red underneath, still a little bits in the engine bay and that they didn't get covered and stuff. So
Do a little archaeology.
yeah.
Brooke Mathis keeps sending me pictures. Let's see, what do we got here? Oh, that's funny. Dumb and Dumber. She's got Dumb and Dumber on her wall. Oh, and Say Anything. That's funny. Well, whatever. She's sending me pictures of her wall, and she's got Lloyd from Say Anything. Oh, Lloyd's. They're Lloyd's. I get it. They're both Lloyd's. Right? You guys?
I don't know. The only interesting Lloyd info I know from movies is that if Lloyd from Dumb and Dumber married Mary, she'd be Merry Christmas.
Well, but to your point, this is Lloyd from Dumb and Dumber.
Okay. I still love that Brandon has those like replica costumes and that bike.
So she has a wall of Lloyd's. That's wild, Brooke. Is Christopher up there? We know a lot of other Lloyds. I'm sure you could do. How do we feel about this? 3.5 hours?
I'm good. I got to get some food still and see Andrea before she heads out.
Hey, reach out to us. It's Brenda. Hilarious. Hi, Brenda. Reaching out to you.
Here's real quick. Here's a picture of our. Oh, full screened.
Sorry.
So that's what
there it
ours
is.
looked like.
Cool.
Yeah.
Dude.
And then it had these deep dish white chrome wheel things, and it had my dad got the seats redone in black and white like leather. Funny story though, an Elton John CD got stuck in that CD player, so all I could play was Elton John.
What's with you and your family getting stuff stuck in stuff?
I don't know, it's a shitty CD player, but
Well, in the movie.
but yeah, I
the
found
VHS movie,
this car.
Going to bed with
Yeah.
Muppets in Space or whatever it is.
You,
Island.
you act like I was a kid when that happened. I was like in my 20s when I think that happened. So no, I found this. I found the pictures online because I was trying to search for my old car, and it's on a forum, and people are like, "Anybody know anything about this car?" And supposedly it's supposed to have 900 horsepower. I'm like, no chance that car had 900 horsepower. Maybe that one of the versions of that car did in the past, but that's a rare car because they only made like a couple thousand of that car. Period. So it's just a wide body Trans Am, but.
Kevin Mindell says he'd get the dishwasher from the kitchen scene first.
He is still watching. Nice.
Well, yeah, if they're driving down, why not kill some time?
Yeah. Are they going to pick up their cars or something? Or
Amy Evans, see you another time on the Crest. Have we met? Do we know you? I love the way you spell your name, but I don't think I know you. And the only reason I'm not on the Crest lately is because Yellow Car is waiting for a slot at TLG to switch the transmissions. It won't make it up. I haven't been driving Yellow Car. I keep posting pictures of it out and about, but I haven't really been driving it. It's been kind of parked since Astoria. So
that's got to be a
TLG, who is
expensive
also
transmission.
building a new shop. Like, he's got so much going on right now. But the moment they've got a slot, I'll bring it over. The transmission's already there. I drove up to Northern California, picked it up, it's
Is
over
it a
there.
new one or
Well,
is it
it's a
re-
used. Yeah, it's a used one. But
Yeah, but
yeah,
I would imagine a used transmission for a Porsche has got to be pretty expensive still.
Yeah.
yeah, it is. And luckily, I don't have a fancy. This is an old race car. It's not like a fancy, nice Porsche. It's an old,
Mm.
rugged,
It's
rattly,
mid-engine,
noisy
right?
Porsche. Um,
Still a 911.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Although somebody has a Cayman that they dressed up like it. Somebody sent me that.
Yeah, the Porsche Life 11.
Oh yeah, that was your comment. That was real funny.
Yeah.
Not
I would have never even took a double take at that. I would have been like, "Oh, Jay's posting more stuff again."
Yep.
Although the bumper's obviously different, but
Yeah.
yours is what, a California, is it 997?
997. Yeah.
9 okay.
2005 997 911S. California is all stripped out. Make it so, Kevin.
That,
Love it.
yours didn't have a spoiler either, right?
We have Amy Evans. No, no spoiler. I don't. I'm not. I don't. I'm not a fan. In fact, I try to. If I can, I'll drive it. It comes up at 75. So if I can,
Oh,
I'll
so
drive at
okay.
74 with the cruise control on, so it
You
doesn't come
you
up.
can't turn that off. It
No,
automatically comes up.
You can make it automatically come up anytime you want, but you can't
Okay.
not have it. It's a safety thing. It's
Okay.
creating, drag.
Yeah, the
underneath
Audi
back.
TTs did that too, and that was actually highly important on those early ones too.
So you know that story. It didn't have it at first.
Yeah,
Yeah, they added that, and then they gave it that little ducktail, almost.
yeah. The newer ones actually work more correctly too.
Yeah, it's designed. Yeah, designed into
Yeah.
it. We have. All right. Well, it's nice to see you again, Amy Evans. Friend of Paul. Oh, well, there you go. I do know him. I love Auto Kennel. I miss him. He's been so busy living life. Oh, and a friend of Eric Williams. Awesome. Well, geez, two amazing people. Well, nice to see you again. Thanks for being here. Yeah, and I'll be back up on the crest or anywhere. I'll be everywhere. I can't wait to get back on the road, except there's so many projects lately. I don't know when there's going to be a window for it.
By the way, I don't know if you had, but I tried reaching out to Eric the other day, trying to get him on maybe to do some promotion for Super Troopers 3, but they're a little busy right now on their little badge tour or whatever they have, whatever it's called.
Dude, that would be amazing if you did, because he's a damn nice guy, and I think it would be fun to
Yeah.
have him. Yeah, I mean, there's certain stuff that he probably would enjoy talking about with me, and then there's some stuff we probably couldn't bring up because of where we were at the time when we were doing that. But as is.
Well, I mean, it's right now they're on their crazy promotional tour, Super Troopers 3, so just trying to get a
Oh yeah, are they coming
Yeah.
through LA? I'm sure they will.
probably they're in St. Louis today, I think, or yesterday. So that's why I was like, they didn't have anything on the schedule today, but I'm sure. I mean, I know what band traveling was like. Today's probably a travel day and whatever.
Yeah,
so,
or a down day of some sort. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I feel like we have done a great job here. I feel like you guys have been very, very patient with me as I go on my tangents and get wordy. And I'm amazed that we, have had people here all night. Still blows me away every time. It's funny. It does seem like the Astoria crew kind of ducked off, but then there was other people who came in. Oh, that Dave was here. Dave stayed. Thanks for staying, Dave. Thanks for being loyal.
He's probably got two lives going.
This
I was
was-
watching the Blockbuster live the other day while trying to edit, and I'm not gonna lie, that definitely made my edit go a little longer than I wanted it to. But
I'm not surprised.
because
Sorry.
you start listening to one thing, and then you're like, oh shit, I'm not paying attention to especially when you're just trying to check back the edit to make sure there's not something wrong or
Yeah.
it's like a 50-minute video. So
I feel that. I feel you there. Sorry about that.
Yeah, editing, I used to do everything sequential with one camera for the daily vlogs. And then now that we're not doing that and we have these actual adventures, we've got my footage, my wife's footage, my son's footage. And now I've
way
got
too tough.
things that I'm trying to put together. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know how professional editors do it because, oh my gosh, there's so much.
Yeah, it's all about file organizing ahead of time, and yeah, because this time I was using my camera, I was using a different camera, I was using a 360 camera for that DeLorean scene that we did. But my friend sent me his footage that he was getting, so I was like, now I got 4 foot. So when you put it in a timeline, and all of a sudden it just, if you don't have those dated correctly in camera, it's just a nightmare because they just start going in the wrong spots. I'm like, I
Ugh.
want just this camera, just this camera. So it's it's not fun. I going back to single camera is just so much easier because
Yes.
everything's in a row, and you know the footage because you filmed it too. So
Yeah, I used to tell people that if it was me editing, about a minute of material is 2.5 edited minutes. It takes about that long to edit that.
yeah,
But once you start putting in like other cameras, oh my gosh.
yeah. My Back to the Future video from yesterday was 2 hours and 30 minutes of raw, and I got it down to 40 minutes.
Wow.
Wow.
A lot of that's just you're waiting to say something too, or you said it twice, or whatever the case. My Astoria video though, that thing was like 3 hours of footage for day two. I got down to I don't know 40, 50 minutes somewhere in there. I'm not afraid of long content though for that kind of stuff because people watched it. So that's kind of the nice thing about these experience with me channels is they're people will just sit there and watch the whole damn thing. So
I don't know if you guys have noticed, YouTube for me has gotten better about, if I say you've got a video that's an hour long, but I watch 20 minutes of it, next time I come back, and that's what I ran out of time, whatever. Next time I come back to the home TV and put YouTube on, it'll be like,
watching, continue
yeah,
watching. Yeah, yep.
pick up where you left off. That's very helpful for me.
It
Nice.
even
Shout out
does
to the
that
ones
though.
and zeros on that one. It's very helpful.
Yeah, I've noticed because I always watch it. I watch one of my videos fully on my channel, on one of my other on my logins. Just because if I'm gonna watch it to make sure there's no mistakes, I'm
May
gonna
as well
do it
get
where
the
I'm gonna
view.
get a view. Might
Yeah.
as well get a view. So, but
Yeah.
then it'll like pop up like 4 days in a row, like continue watching. I'm like I already watched it all. Even it's red underneath it.
You're
So
like, plus it's me. It was me. It's my
yeah,
video. Kevin Mendel says thanks for the road company. Good night. And Dave Knight
I
says,
can't
"Yep,
wait
I've been
to I can't wait to
multitasking
get
to
up
over
to.
here." You're awesome, Dave.
I got to get up to their house and check out that collection, man. That they got one of the coolest car collections.
Well,
Just
it's beyond that for me. The cars are neat, but it's everything they're building around it.
yeah.
I don't know if you guys have pay attention. You pay attention to Brandon's
Oh
account.
yeah,
Let's
all
see
the
where
time.
it's at
Yeah.
now.
Well,
It
not
has
even just the
it has exploded this week.
well,
He,
his
he
Sam Neill video. Yeah.
well, yeah, but he was at 10,000. We just talked the other day. He was excited to have broken 10,000 followers on Instagram, and it was at like 10,4 or 10,5, and then Sam Neill died, and he's now at 19,000 followers in 1 week.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had a friend that we met at Imaging USA in Nashville. He posted we brainstormed how to make this video for him because he's like, I've been working on this passion project for a while. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know how to do a thumbnail. The whole thing was like filming photography and videography on his Nintendo DS.
Mm.
And now it's also his last photo of his dad before he died was on that camera. So me and like another kid that has been doing viral videos in the past, we're like, this is how you should edit it. This should be your thumbnail. So he finally posts the damn thing, and he gets like 3 million views on his short. He gained 20,000 subscribers like in 2 days,
Wow.
and we're just like, why can't I do this now? I'm the one who told him how to do it, and now we
Yep.
can't even do it half the time. So,
No.
but
What's
now,
the
but now
answer?
we're like, hey, congratulations, you just pigeoned your whole channel now into like filming on weird cameras. So have fun with that.
Yeah, I don't know how it all works. Look. I started at J Ryan. There's J Ryan 111 now. You can follow that if you want. It's new. So
What's
so
the?
it's not just
I'm-
Porsche
I might
Life
be.
or Good Night or Good Vibes or Late Night Playset. Like all my stuff. Nothing's my name. So
Yeah. What's the significance of the 111? Might be asking a dumb question, but
I don't think so.
I've never. I guess
Does it
I
mean
don't know
anything
the
to you?
story.
It seems to be like it seems. So a lot of people ask that, and it seems to mean something to kind of everybody somehow. Like it's one of
I don't
those
know. I
things
mean,
that seems to be. Go ahead.
I didn't know if it was like something meaningful, if it was just a number you picked at one point, autocrossing the car or something. I don't know. Like,
No, it's as
I
meaningful.
guess I don't.
Meaningful as can be. Yeah. I
I,
probably won't get
I,
into it here. It's too big. It's too big. It's
yeah.
too big to unpack here for me.
Okay.
But it's one of those what do they call them? God numbers, angel numbers, whatever. It's just been with me my whole life, and it's connected to goodness, and it also just kind of feels like me. Like if I had a number.
I guess I just more wanted to know if it was actually a meaningful thing or if it was just like
It's not
a race
arbitrary.
number thing or something.
It's not
Okay.
remotely arbitrary, or I wouldn't put it on everything involving me. Although the name, it was the easiest thing to attach to, because JRYAN, like, believe it or not, that's taken on Instagram. Whatever. How do people? Speaking of Instagrams and social medias, how do people follow you? We'll start with Kyle.
At Kyle Watts on Instagram and pretty much everywhere else. Watts Next Adventures if you want some nerd content. Most recently, Back to the Future stuff, filming locations, and a fun DeLorean RC car race montage.
Yep.
Later in the video. Yeah. Cameras,
Come on
Kyle
in.
Watts, same thing. Yeah.
What about you, Troy?
Well, the Beyond 1031 vlogging channel, the same one that has the tutorial for the corn stalks and the Flexidirt and the drop panel scare videos. Now that we're actually almost officially headed into the Halloween season,
Oh my God.
Beyond
you're right.
1031. So all one word, Beyond 1031. And then,
Pretty sure July 5th is Halloween season. That's the kickoff.
right?
Yeah.
I actually heard on the radio today that people are complaining about stuff already being in stores for Halloween.
Yeah, well, what else is in between it? Columbus Day, I guess. I don't know.
And then everything else is Mama Fratelli's Jeep on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube.
I think I follow you on all that stuff, right?
I believe so.
All right. Send me a message on anything I don't so I can follow you on it, because I try to, but it's hard. Porsche Life, Late Night Play Set, Good Vibes Breakfast Club, J. Ryan 111, A Blockbuster Year. Thank you. It sounded like one, two. I love doing the Blockbuster Year with Brandon. We're switching it up a little bit because it looks like I'll probably be involved with Good Night with Ben Glebe, which happens to shoot on Wednesdays. So I'm probably going to be doing that on Wednesdays. So we're going to be switching up a Blockbuster Year and doing it other times. Also, there's some guests that we wanted to have forever that were never really available. So that is going to work to our advantage. We're also going to do some pre-tapes, which we never did previously because we liked this, hanging out with the audience. But I think we'll have to do some of those. So more to
You
come.
could get away with it on.
Blockbuster
You could
Year.
get away with it on Blockbuster though, because it's not.
I agree
It's so,
with you.
like
We
you-
interact so
yeah.
rarely with the comments anyway.
Yeah.
In
Which
the
is good
beginning-
because I don't want to know how long that episode would get if you guys got off track with the comments.
dude,
That would be it'd be a 6-hour episode.
it's
Although I do think you need to have multiple guests for Back to the Future and make that as long as you want it. There's
We've
so many
talked about
people that
we don't know
you
how to
would want
handle
to
the
have.
big three. The big three are Goonies, Pee-wee, and Back to the Future. There are other ones, but
Yeah.
those are the big three. We don't know how to handle them.
Well, to me, I think Justin probably needs to be on at least 2 of those, if not
Here's
all
the problem
3.
with that. I agree, except then those become the Justin shows and not Back to the Future, Goonies, or
Okay.
Pee-wee. So Pee-wee maybe, because that's like his be all end all, right? And he also sort of reminds me of Pee-wee. Whatever, we'll get into it. We're trying to figure it out. Bayman
Just call
and
it
Liz
Bob
want to
Gale.
do,
He'll
we
want it.
want
He'll
them to
do
do Goonies, but Mark Marshall makes sense too.
Yeah.
So maybe, it just, who knows?
Do you know Bob Gale? Get him on.
Yeah, I do
That'd
know
be fun.
Bob Gale. I do know Bob Gale.
He'd be a real fun guest on that.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I mean, you're right. He might be into it. I didn't think about that. I've been trying to. I haven't sent Bob Gale a message in a long time, and I'm probably due anyway. So maybe that's a good idea, man. Blockbuster Year, Bob Gale. We'll see.
I feel like if you're gonna do the top 3, get some big people in there. And
That would take the pressure off, because then they don't need to be long and involved. They can just be like, oh, it's just a really great guest.
Yeah.
Because
And
right
also,
now,
who
we
likes
started
talking
this,
about
we're
more
like,
about
each podcast will be an hour or so, but those Back to the Future and those big ones, those will have to be multiple episodes. Currently, apparently, we don't do multiple episodes. We'll just go as long as it until we run out of tape.
And who doesn't want to talk more about Back to the Future than Bob Gale? I mean, and he's got all the inside answers.
I know.
He'd be a great interview for that. Now getting him to figure out how to
Mark
do a live
Mathis has
stream,
a
that's a
couple
different
of.
story.
Sorry about that. I stepped on you, Kyle. Say it again.
No, I said just getting him to learn how to like log in and do a live stream, which you think would be so easy to do. Sometimes it's not the easiest thing, but
Bob would come here, I think, for that.
yeah.
Just
Well,
do
that's a good
your-
point. He's yeah.
Yeah. I remember I called him once from Joe Walser's house, but where he was, there wasn't good cell reception at the time. So I'm walking up and down the sidewalk in front of Joe's house at the time, talking to Bob Gale. Can't remember what the heck, but he wanted me to call Bob Gale, so I'm calling Bob Gale. Whatever it was, but it's just because of the reception, it was crap, and it kept getting disconnected. And every time I called back, or he'd call me back, he had a different like quip. He's like, "Jay, are you on one of those Magic Jack lines? Remember Magic Jack?" It was like, whatever, it doesn't matter. Bob Gale's a funny guy. All right, guys. This has been so fun. Thanks to the audience who stuck with us this whole time. Screw you if you went over to Gizmo. I'm just kidding.
What if Dave is at Gizmos, like
I hope
the
everyone
actual
knows I don't do
Gizmos
that.
watching?
Would that be funny if he's at Gizmos but watching our feed?
Yeah.
He said he was multitasking. I'm assuming that means he's watching both feeds. No, credit to Roger who checked with me, and I told him it didn't matter. But at the same time, it's a weird time to do it. Unless maybe he figured, oh, the audience is already around at that time, which of course he would be right. I don't know.
Well, Wednesdays and Fridays are big live stream nights, so that's what it is.
Are they? Well, I told him there's an opening on Wednesday now because we're switching.
Yeah.
I don't think I knew that, by the way, that Wednesdays and Fridays were big streaming nights. Huh?
We always tried to do Wednesdays because it was also what worked for us, but then we were competing against people that I wanted to watch on Wednesdays. So,
Well,
and I'm not gonna lie, one time
that
during
does
a live
happen.
stream, I actually had someone else's stream open. So
that does happen, and it's probably what's happening here right now with Dave, who says, "You'll never know." Ha ha. On Wednesdays, there's a guy who does his own podcast on Wednesdays, but he'll start the show with us, then he'll leave, go do his podcast, and then most times
Come
we're
back,
still
yeah.
going, and he comes back and finishes out the night with us.
but he always comments like, "Still going, huh?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't even remember who it is, but it's a friend of Brandon. It's very funny. So it is what it is. Mark Marshall wants to do this. I was thinking about having him come in next week, which would be kind of an interesting,
Sweet. Yeah.
We can all just, pick his brain.
I miss Mark.
What that's all
I didn't
about.
see him at the Guinness thing this last time.
You didn't see him?
No.
He was there.
I mean, I wasn't where everybody was, so I mean, obviously I didn't see him, but yeah, I've kind of missed him. I haven't seen him lately.
Yeah. No, you weren't. You always seemed to be sort of ancillarily on the outskirts this last one, which makes sense. What with it being primarily a short circuit, but yeah. All right, we good? Let's see. Sorry, it's a bunch of things happening. I'll admit I've been hopping back and forth between the podcasts. It's not fun. Oh, sorry. Well, I suppose.
Ask
So
him
here's
who-
the thing. Like, I
ask him
support
whose is
the
better,
fact that
though.
Roger is doing something. I always wanted him to do something, so I'm glad that he is. I'm joking about. It's odd that he would do it while we were on the air, but he asked me first, and I said I don't care, and I don't care.
I do like the name that you came up with, though, the Retrocast.
It's good for his brand, but that's not what they're calling it. I think it's called Tales from the Goondocks or something, which is again a fine and proper name. But also, he's not the Goondocks, so it's like that's another weird thing. He's not the Goondocks, so that's weird too. Like if Bayman ever started one, or somebody up at the Goondocks, that would make more sense. Whatever. Roger, we love you, buddy. I hope it works out. Let me know. I asked him if I could be a guest sometime, and let him know that I'm very happy to. Kevin Mendel says you just got another subscriber, Kyle.
Well, I'll have to definitely come up there and do another video at some point.
Yeah. Brandon is really leaning into the set. Like watching his brain work is really awesome.
That's why I want to wait a little bit so he gets finished with some of that stuff because it looks awesome.
Yeah. All right, you guys. I love both of you. Troy, thank you so much for coming and telling us your story and, sharing other stuff too. It's good to get to know you better than, we met on a driveway in the Pacific Northwest.
Well, likewise, I really appreciate the opportunity, and Dude, I mean, my love for the whole group that I've met, I haven't found anybody really that I don't like. So I love all you guys. And
Keep
I
looking.
love thinking like this. This is awesome.
Man, that's awesome. Kyle, I love you, buddy. I don't know how, like, it's weird. This is another one of those weird, like, worlds collide, and then all of a sudden you're just in each other's
Oh, yeah.
orbits.
Kyle, it's nice to meet you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you too.
That was
I
a
say
Robbie Retro
briefly
attempt
briefly
that we
spoke maybe at whatever that bar.
Oh, hang
place
on. We
was.
should find this out. Hang on, Dave. Is Gizmo still going? Because maybe we do. Maybe we will want to get competitive here. Are they still on the air? Hang on. Let me check.
I doubt Gizmos has done 5.5 hour stream yet though. So
Is that how long we went? Was it 4.5 or 5.5?
no, it was just over 5 because right when we were gonna quit, that's when Emily
You're right.
came on
I
and
remember
was
that the
talking.
things
Yeah.
everything kept timing out.
Mhm.
Everybody's.
Which was like well into it. So,
Oh my god.
but yeah,
Well, and I'm realizing now we must have just hit 4 because it's 9 o'clock here. I thought
Yep.
we did
yeah,
3 hours.
we're about to get booted off in like 2 minutes anyway. So yeah, I might as well call it.
This is crazy. All right. I love you too, Dave. I love you guys. Love you, Kyle. Love you, Troy. Love everybody at home. Please love one another. And shit, we'll see you out there. Oh, and Comic-Con too. I'm going to be at Comic-Con with Phil. We're doing this new show. We're doing stuff. We're going to be shooting down at Comic-Con, San Diego. It's only like a week away now. I've been supposed to talk about this for like a month, and I haven't done it. So Comic-Con, if you're in Comic-Con, send me a message, and maybe we can shoot something with you. Sorry. Thanks. Dave Knight, they went off the air a while ago. We did it, boys. We did it. We survived. They went 2.5 hours. We did it.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good for their first.
Is that why we got people that came back on the stream?
I don't know. Is theirs going to be every Friday? Now that's a dick move if you do it every week at the same time. Now maybe I'm changing my opinion on this. Not really. We love everybody at home. Please love one another. We'll see you out there.
Right. Night, guys.